Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me eating? Hang on. You know when you take too big of a bite of something and it's really hot? That's what I just did there with my sausage roll. I've got sausage rolls from Greggs because I had to go and pick up a click and collect order from Holland and Barrett. Well, I didn't have to, but you know, I could have done it tomorrow, but I decided to get it over with after work. And then I was thinking, well, by the time I get home, I'm not going to have time to like cook a meal before the live stream's meant to start. And I thought I should be sensible and like go to Sainsbury's and get a salad or something like that. And then I walked past a Greggs, so I ended up getting Greggs. And of course, me being me, I didn't just go and get a nice Greggs meal deal with like a sandwich and some crisps and a cake or something like that. Oh no, I got a 4-pack of sausage rolls, a 4-pack of milk chocolate chip cookies, and an iced finger. As you do. Anyway, hello Fred, hello Brenda, hello Welsh friend. Yeah. In my defence, I've only heated up 2 of the Greggs sausage rolls. So, you know. I might even leave the other 2 for, like, tomorrow. Wouldn't that be an amazing thing? Why are Greggs sausage rolls so nice? I don't understand what it is about them. They don't even taste of anything, and yet they're just so delicious. I read an article, you know, one of those articles by like lazy journalists where they just kind of like do stupid shit like, oh, we're going to get a French person to try Greggs sausage rolls. Well, that's what this article was. It was, we're going to get a French person to try Greggs sausage rolls and see what they think. And this French person's take on Greggs sausage rolls was, they don't really taste of anything. And it was like, that's not the point. They're not supposed to taste of anything. It's Greggs sausage rolls. They just taste so Greggsy, don't they? They're very unique. When I say they don't taste of anything, they do taste. They're unique. They don't just taste like a sausage roll. Like, when you taste a Greggs sausage roll, compared to any other kind of sausage roll, you know that it's a Greggs sausage roll, don't you? It's distinctive. It's a distinctive kind of sausage roll. Anyway. Even their vegan ones are lovely. I've never tried their vegan ones. Oh, there's a cat on the back of my chair. You're not getting my sausage roll. Where are you? Where have you gone? You're not getting my sausage roll. No, it's mine. Oh, Newbie's here. Hello, Newbie. Your name's just Newbie from now on. Even though I now know how to pronounce your name, you're just Newbie. You're going to be Newbie forever. Once you've been watching me for 10 years, I'll still call you Newbie. You're sitting there thinking, oh my god, I'm stuck here for 10 years. Yes, you're mine now. I own you. Yeah. Yeah. So. What are you doing? Get off me desk. Don't. Yeah, keep your paws off my iced finger. Yes, iced fingers have made a bit of a comeback in Greggs. So I thought I'd try one because I don't know whether they were a regional thing, because Greggs menus are weird. Like, Greggs are across the whole country, but they have like regional menus, so there are certain things that they only do in certain parts of the country. Right. Hang on. Just finishing my sausage roll. Right. So they used to do these iced fingers, which were the most amazing thing. And they had pink icing on them, but it was the cream. It was the best cream, because it was like, it wasn't just like cream. It wasn't just like whipped cream. It was like sweetened whipped cream, but then it was really like dense. It was, honestly, it was the best cream ever. And I used to get them just for the cream, right? But you, what are you doing? No, Scorpio, what are you doing? But yeah, anyway, and then they stopped doing them, and I was devastated because Greggs iced fingers were the best thing. But then they've made a comeback, but they look different. They don't look like what they used to look like. So I want to try it and see if it's as nice. They don't have pink icing anymore. They've got white icing now. And there's not as much cream in them. Like, the old ones, you used to get so much cream. Like, it was like 90% cream. There was more cream than there was finger. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try it. Oh, this is dramatic. This is live iced finger testing. It's not the same cream. See, that's just cream. That's not like what the old cream used to be like. It's quite nice though. I think they used to mix the cream with custard powder. Ooh. Maybe they did, because I've long tried to work out what it was that made the cream so nice. Does anybody else remember rainbow cakes from Greggs? I say, does anybody else? I think like most of my audience are not from England, so you know. But because I don't know whether they were a regional thing, but they were like little like square cakes, like what they call school cakes, you know. Little square cakes with like, they'd put hundreds and thousands in them to make them all like colourful, like in the actual cake itself. And then it had this icing on the top, and it was white and it was feathered in pink, and it was the nicest icing ever. And they stopped doing them, and I've not seen them in years, but whenever like you do a search for it or you ask people about it, nobody seems to remember them. And I'm like, I wonder if that was a regional thing, if it was just in Northumberland. They definitely existed. I didn't just invent them. Because I always used to get a rainbow cake when I was a kid. You could buy them in packs of 4 if you wanted. Hang on, I'm just going to finish me iced finger and then we'll get to, you know, whatever it is we're supposed to be doing. Playing Dragon Age or something. Something like that, isn't it? Something like that, some kind of gaming nonsense. Right. Oh, I'm quite full now. That's a good sign, because I've been like on the diet for a good while. And one of the things I've noticed is I cannot overeat like I used to be able to. I used to be able to overeat like you wouldn't believe. And now, I slightly overeat and I'm like, no, I feel sick now. It's quite a good thing, isn't it? Well, there is a 5-pack of milk chocolate chip cookies sitting there looking at me. 4-pack? I think it's a 4-pack actually. They are quite hefty though. Greggs do the best chocolate chip cookies. Lidl's bakery section come a close second, but I think Greggs are the best overall. Because they're crunchy. I don't like soft ones. You know the soft ones that you get in the supermarket? I do not like them. I like them crunchy. What's my favourite pizza? I do like a meat feast. I enjoy a meat feast, especially the ones that we do. We have like a pizza counter in the shop that I work in. And we do a mighty meat feast pizza, and it's like slightly spicy. It's got like sort of, I don't know what it is actually. It looks like mince, that's what it looks like, but it's spicy. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I do enjoy a meat feast. I do like a ham and pineapple. I am that person who enjoys a ham and pineapple. Almost makes me feel like I'm being healthy. I quite like a bolognese pizza, actually, if you're getting like a pizza from a takeaway, which I have not done in a very, very long time, because once the cost of living crisis came in, I was like, that's it, no more takeaways, because I couldn't justify it. And once I stopped getting them, I sort of realised how easy it is to actually live without takeaways. I will occasionally go and get fish and chips now and then. But I don't like get like pizza from an actual pizza place anymore. But in the days where I used to like a bolognese pizza. They were quite nice. Star, what are you doing? No, stay off my laptop. No, Star, no, Star, what are you doing? No, move your little putty feet. What have you done? You've opened up like every single app on my laptop. Oh my goodness. You've got my calculator open. You've made a mess of me screen. Bloody hell, woman. Ham and pineapple pizza is many things, but it's not healthy. Well, it's one of your 5 a day, alright? Especially if you eat the whole pizza. if you eat the whole pizza, that's probably enough pineapple to be one of your 5 a day, right? You've never tried pineapple on pizza, really? Wow. I like a pineapple fritter, actually, as well, that you get from the, you get them from a chip shop where they put batter on a pineapple ring and deep fry it, and I think it's the best thing. I love a deep fried pineapple ring. That's probably not healthy either. I have had a deep fried Mars bar, which was not as exciting as what you would think, because that's like one of those staple kind of things that you can get from chip shops, in it, where they just go, oh, they do deep fried Mars bars at a chip shop. You've got to get a deep fried Mars bar if you go to a chip shop. And I did get one once, and I was just kind of like, yeah, I think a normal Mars bar is better. Where I used to live in Scotland, we lived quite close to like the fish and chip shop that originally did that. That originally deep fried a Mars bar. And there's some story behind it. I can't remember what it is. There's some story behind why they deep fried a Mars bar. And they're like famous for being the first chip shop that deep fried a Mars bar. But yeah, and now most chip shops do deep fried Mars bar. Love pineapple and banana on pizzas. Oh, that sounds amazing. I've never had banana on a pizza, but that does sound amazing. I used to have banana and cheese toasties. I used to make them all the time when I was a teenager. So I can totally believe why that would be amazing. I used to actually, I would put strawberry jam on one bit of bread, right? And then put the banana on. And then put the cheese on top of the banana. And then toast it and make a toasty. That was my favourite thing. Banana, strawberry jam and cheese toasty. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, are we meant to be doing something? I think we're meant to be playing Dragon Age, aren't we? I nearly opened up Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I started a new playthrough of it yesterday. I've been itching to have a game just to play like in my own time. Since I started doing the live streams and stuff like that, I haven't really played much games just in my own time. And I've been itching for like a big epic game that I'm just going to like play in my own time. But I didn't want something new. I wanted something that I've done before, but that I haven't played in a few years for me to go back to. And I thought, we'll do Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And oh my god, what a brilliant game Assassin's Creed Odyssey is. I'd forgotten how good it was. I remembered how much I loved it, but I'd forgotten just how good it was. Like, and it's made me really sad that Assassin's Creed has moved away from the RPG genre again. Because they did the trilogy, didn't they? And it was Origins, and then Odyssey, and then Valhalla. And that was their little foray into RPG world, right? Yeah, and Origins was, I thought, a bit shit. A lot of people loved it, but I thought Origins was quite boring. I never managed to finish it. But Odyssey, oh my god. I mean, I've never finished Valhalla either, but that was because I got stuck on a boss, because I'm not very good on console, and I was playing it on console, so I'm going to replay it on PC and see what happens. But I do think, generally, from what I saw, that Odyssey was better as an RPG. But, like, honestly, as an RPG, it's a really good RPG. It's really good, and it's made me quite sad that they've moved away from the RPG sort of thing, back to their kind of normal sort of style. What do you call it? Kind of action... I don't know. But, like... Because it was really good. They made a really good RPG when they made Odyssey. Yeah, well, I suppose it depends what you look for in an RPG. Like, if you're like a classic RPG player who plays like the, you know, the oldies, the original Baldur's Gate and things like that, then maybe not. But like for me personally, I'm all about the story. So I want like an immersive world, and I want a great protagonist, and I want great characters and great relationships with the characters, and I want genuinely difficult choices that you have to make, which have genuine consequences. And in that, they did really well. Like, it's so good. Like, I think it ticked every box for that, and not many RPGs do. Even like the Dragon Age games don't. Not really. Like, Inquisition in particular really pisses me off when it comes to things like you make a hard choice. Like, right, we're just going to go off on a bit of a tangent, right, before we even start playing the game, but just, I need to get this out of my system, right? So, for example, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, one of the very first quests that you come across, it's not even a main quest, it's a side quest, right? One of the very first quests that you come across is there's a village and it's been hit by a plague, right? And in order to protect the rest of the island and stop the plague from spreading, the priests have burned the village down, right? And they've killed everybody. And there's one family who have, like, survived, but they've been caught by the priests, and the priests have got them tied up. And you have to choose whether to kill the priests and save the family, therefore potentially risking plague getting out, or whether to let the priests kill the family. But this family is like, they're an innocent family. There's two of them are children. And to complicate things even more, one of them is the friend of Phoebe, who is like the best character in the game, who is like a sort of maybe 10, 11-year-old girl who idolizes you and follows you about and sort of sees you as like a kind of big sister or brother if you played as Alexios. You know, and she's the most wonderful character, and if you let her friend die, she gets really upset, and the way that she looks at you breaks my heart, right? And it's a genuinely difficult choice, and it doesn't matter how many times you play the game, even when you know what the consequences are, it's still a difficult choice, because if you let that family live, and then you come back to the island later, you find that plague has, like, consumed the island and lots of people are dead because you let that family live. If you kill them, it breaks Phoebe's heart, which breaks my heart. And also, they're like there on their knees pleading for their lives with like 2 little children. And it does not matter how many times you play the game. It's a genuinely difficult choice. Because either way, it's kind of like, it pulls at your heartstrings one way or the other. And whatever you do, you're kind of left feeling a bit shitty about it. It doesn't have a good resolution. That's a genuinely difficult choice, which is what RPGs should have, because it's what makes them compelling. But then you come to Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's got a few. Like, I find the whether to make Cole human or spirit, that I never feel right whichever one I pick. I always find that's a really difficult choice. And things like what to do with Blackwall when you find out the truth about him. If you let him get away with it, I feel a bit shit. And if you, like, kill him or let him rot in prison, I also feel a bit shit. So there are certain ones. But then there's ones that are sort of packaged like they're difficult choices. But then when you find out the consequences of them, they're not really. So, like, the big one is the charges. What you do with the charges. Right? If you spare the charges, you break the treaty or whatever it is, agreement, whatever it is that you've got with the Canary. So you lose the Canary. And Iron Bull has to become Tel'Vashoth, right? If you kill the Chargers, you've killed the Chargers, right? Which is awful because they've become your friends and you've got to know them, right? But so, like, it's like pragmatic over emotional, right? So the emotional thing to do is to save the Chargers. The pragmatic thing to do is to sacrifice the Chargers, right? But if you do the pragmatic thing that, like, a responsible Inquisitor probably would, to sacrifice the Chargers in order to preserve the treaty with the Canary, you get no benefit from it. You get absolutely no benefit. All that happens is you lose the Chargers, and then Iron Bull betrays you and Trespasser. So, like, you literally get punished for it. And then, if you make the sort of, like, emotional choice, you get rewarded for it, because you get to keep the Chargers. And Iron Bull doesn't betray you and Trespass. It's like, no, that's the wrong way round. You should be punished for making the emotional choice and rewarded for making the pragmatic choice. Because then it's genuinely a difficult choice, and it doesn't matter how many times you play the game. It's sort of like, you know, I don't want to be a terrible person, I want to do the good thing, but I know that if I do the good thing, this awful thing's going to happen. Right? And then on the other side, it's like, I don't want to be a terrible person and do the pragmatic thing that makes me look really cold-hearted, but I know that if I do that, it's going to work out for the best overall. Because then it's a difficult choice every time you play the game. And this type, when I started my new playthrough of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I spared that family, even though I know that I'm going to come back to the island later and plague will have gotten out and lots of people are going to be dead. Because in that moment, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't kill them, right? It's a difficult choice. But in Inquisition, as much as that choice with the Chargers is difficult the first time you play it, once you know that there's no consequences to doing the good thing, why would you ever have any reason to do the pragmatic thing? Except for storytelling purposes, which is why I do it. But, like, And it just oh, so, like, that's my point. But my point is that Assassin's Creed Odyssey gets that really spot on. That, like, genuinely difficult choices. And even when you've played the game 10, 12, 15 times, they're still difficult. It's got the storyline that tugs at your heartstrings. There are moments that genuinely just rips your heart out your chest and you just want to shut the game down and go and curl up into a little ball of sobbing emotion. It's got great characters, it's got great humour, it's got everything, man. And I think personally that it has got the best approach to romance of any RPG I've ever played. So, when you play, say, Dragon Age or Mass Effect or something like that, the romances tend to be very committed and very monogamous, you know. There's the odd one night stand you can have here and there, but, like, generally, you pick someone and you stick to them. And then if you pick another one, it causes an awkward love triangle, and then there's some kind of confrontation, and then you have to pick one or the other, right? And it's all very kind of intense. But if you play something like, say, I don't know, Fallout 4 or something like that, the romances are kind of, like, barely there. They're sort of, like, you can kind of flirt with people and then it's like, oh, we're together now, and then that's kind of it, and it's never mentioned again, right? And it's sort of like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is really good because obviously it's an odyssey, so you're on a sort of epic quest across all of Greece, and in the course of this quest you meet various people who you can, you know, shack up with if you want to. And some of them are literally just one night stands, that's it. Some of them are more like kind of friends with benefits type situations where you keep running into them and you can sort of, like, you know, sleep with them if you want to, but it doesn't really mean anything. Some of them are like little flings that take place in the course of one particular quest line and then end. And then some of them can become a lot more committed if you want. Yeah. The Daphne one kills me because whatever you do, it doesn't end well. But anyway, but I mean, some of them can become quite long and committed if you want. I think it's brilliant because, like, but none of them interfere with each other. So, like, if you're romancing Daphne and it's getting quite serious, that doesn't mean that you can't then go and, like, casually sleep with other people because she's not going to find out. So if you want to be a bit of a player, you know, if you want to play that kind of character who's just kind of got a girl in every port or a boy in every port or both or whatever, you know, you can do that. If you want to just pick one person and be committed to that one person, you can do that. If you want to just kind of roam around ancient Greece having casual sex and never getting into anything serious, you can do that. And it's just, it gives you this, like, immense freedom. And I think it's the best approach to it, because sometimes I think the Dragon Age and Mass Effect ones are a little bit too restricted. There are certain things that annoy me, like if you sleep with Diane Allers, why you would, I don't know, but if you do sleep with Diane Allers in Mass Effect 3, despite the fact it's, like, literally a one-off, and I don't know how anybody could ever find out about it, it cancels out any romance that you've got going on, which I'm always a bit like, really? That never quite sat right with me. Yeah. But anyway, my point is, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a really flippin' brilliant game, and I'd forgotten how good of a game it actually is. Yeah, and I don't know so much about Valhalla because I only maybe got about 10 or 12 hours into it. I think gameplay wise and combat wise Valhalla was better, but up until the point that I'd got to, the story hadn't quite captured me in the same way. But I'm gonna give it another go once I've finished Odyssey, which might be about 3 years because it's a freaking massive game. Anyway, how long have we been going? 24 minutes and we haven't even opened Inquisition up yet. Marvellous. That's alright. You know what? I'm going to have a chocolate chip cookie. That's what I'm going to do. It's worked up a second appetite from that little rant. Anyway, so, do you want to see these cookies? Do you want to see how amazing they are? I'm going to put it on cat cam so you can just see how beautiful they are. There we go. Look at them. Aren't they just the best thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Aren't they just the best thing? I love them so much. Anyway, I should have opened the game before I did that. Boop. There we go. Right. So. What? No. Keep your little paws off my biscuits. Go. Move. No. No. Star. No. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? What are you doing? You can't come and sit on my knee now. I've spent half an hour sitting here just talking about nothing. And the moment I'm about to start playing the game, you decide you need to come and sit on my knee. Hmm? Hmm? Should put cat cam back on then. Where are you going? You're going up there. Are you going on the windowsill? Yeah, don't sit there. Are you going on the windowsill? What are you doing? Make a decision. Okay. You're very close to the power button of the computer there, Star. If the live stream suddenly ends, it's probably because I just turned my computer off. Oh yeah. Alright. So, Vivian, let me in. Let me in, Vivian. Right. So, what are we doing? I don't think I've sorted my inventory out. Sorry, the cable on my mouse is annoying me. Yeah, I don't think I've sorted my inventory out. I don't think I've been back in the game actually since the last live stream. So I'm not as prepared as what I should be. Oh, hello.
What happened here?
The House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
Okay. This is not a good look for us. That the assassins who are trying to kill my ambassador have managed to infiltrate Skyhold. Like, come on. Isn't Leliana supposed to be, like, guarding against stuff like this? Yeah, they're clearly professionals.
Let's not underestimate the League of Professional Murderers.
It won't happen again, Your Worship.
Leliana assigned people to shadow me. They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Okay, I mean, she's kind of the one who should have stopped them getting in the first place, but alright. Hello, Josie.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
I don't know, I can't remember what we were doing.
What's the next favor we need to get these deux paraquets a lordship?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
Okay, we might have been doing that at the war table, I can't remember. It was over a week ago. Right. Can anybody remember what we were doing?
Sent us 6 guardsmen.
Not raw recruits. With luck, they'll know which end to grip a sword by.
Oh, it's so optimistic, Colin. Right, despite their intent to craft a political entity to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflicts to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. Okay. That's good, probably. I think, did we actually... I'm trying to remember where the yes. Getting a judge's favour, that was it. I think, yes, Josephine was busy last time, wasn't she? And we couldn't do it. That was right. Yeah. So, we'll get Josephine on that, because that's her personal quest. And then... Yes, we were trying to locate a thing. I have no idea what to say. Scholars have debated whether Tierda's legendary axe was an axe set with crystal, an axe with a magically reinforced crystalline head, or perhaps even just a very polished axe. But apparently the word translated from the ancient language commonly taken to be axe in fact merely means hafted weapon. It is possible that translations of the saga have been edited to omit evidence that Tierda Bright Axe may have been using what seems, from all appearances, to be a staff. As would more commonly be used by a mage. I apologise for my confusion in this matter. I'll endeavour to be more diligent in my translations in the future. Sister Dorcas Guerin. Marvellous. Yeah, that was a thing that we did. Right. So, Josephine's sorting her thing out. I need a specialisation. I've been meaning to do that for ages. Right. Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
It's got me specialisations. Marvellous. And then... oh, what else do we want? We've got thanks from a chantry sister. Inquisitor Kadash, you may not remember me. I stayed at Skyhold for a time and later accompanied some injured soldiers to Ferelden. Our journey was more perilous than expected, and I only lived to write this thanks to the aid of the Inquisition. I do remember that, yes. I have little to offer, but if I may help the Inquisition in some small way, you have only to ask. Sister Paulette showed bravery and kindness in staying with the injured soldiers. She has already done more than was asked. Let her remain with her fellow sisters in peace. The current times we're living in, I don't think she'll be in peace, but alright. Some soldiers in Crestwood wish to establish a place of prayer at the keep. Sister Paulette could assist. Or I could arrange to transfer Sister Paulette to the chantry in Denerim. Having a reliable ally in the capital's chantry could prove valuable. Do you know what? I'm with Liliana. Leave her be. Let her be, man. Leave her alone. For some reason, it's going to take Liliana nearly 3 hours to do nothing, but alright. Her entire solution to that was, no, let's just do nothing, and it's going to take her 3 hours to do nothing, but alright. Secure a route through the frostbugs. That sounds like the kind of thing Colin can do, doesn't it? This cat is driving me mad. Will you just settle somewhere? I hate it when they're hyper. Inquisitor, we explored the Fallowmire after you cleared the place out. I've stumbled on an old road that leads west to the Frostbacks. If it's cleaned up, you could use it to shave weeks off a journey through the mountains. I'd rather be wet than freezing. Oh, right, so we can keep the road for our soldiers. We can keep it for our spies. Or we can keep it for merchants. No, we'll keep it for our soldiers.
All right.
That'll do. Right. So. See if my inventory needs sorting out or not, because I can't remember. I can't remember. Let's hope not. You know how much I love inventory management in Dragon Age. Just generally. Just generally not much of an inventory management person. Oh, here are my trainers. I don't even know what specialisation I'm going for. I mean, considering that I auto-level her up every time. Yeah. Right, inventory, that's what I was looking for. No, I definitely have not sorted my inventory out. Oh. Right. Right. Want to just talk amongst yourselves for a bit? While I sort this out. You know, eat me cookies. Like you do. Firm Morning Star. Sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it? Yeah, that sounds like a euphemism. Everything sounds like a euphemism to me. You could have Tierda's stuff. I think it would suit Vivian better, and she is the mage that I take out. So, what have you got? You've got Tempest. Yeah, you can have her stuff. Although Tempest has a lot of things, +7 Constitution. 6% heal magic on kill. Heal on kill, not heal magic on kill. Heal on kill. That one looks better though. Like that Tempest doesn't really suit her, does it? That's not a Vivian staff. Magnetic staff sounds like a euphemism. Does it, Fred? Really? Okay, I'll give her that one just because it suits her outfit better. That's why. That's the logic we're going for. And Dorian. Yeah, you can have Tempest because Tempest suits him. I mean, he's a necromancer, isn't he, or whatever they're called. Are they called necromancers? I can't remember. He does death magic-y stuff. I can't remember if they're actually called necromancers at Dragon Age or if they've got a different name. I think they're called necromancers, aren't they? You can have a heater shield to keep you warm. I don't know. I don't know why it's called a heater shield. Oh, nobody wants the firm morning star, man. Cole, you're all sorted. Vivienne, I have sorted. Solus! You can have the creepy skull one. You. That's quite obviously red lyrium, isn't it? Like, that should definitely be driving us all mad, but apparently not. Varric's got Bianca, R.I.P. From the trailer. You know what? I never actually noticed that it looks like Varric dies in the trailer. Not the trailer, the gameplay reveal. Until somebody wrote an article about it. Fred can hear the seagulls flying near my house. Yes. There are many, many, many seagulls where I live. You can always hear them. Also, I've got the window ever so slightly open, so you will be able to hear stuff from outside. It's a little bit humid today. I wouldn't say it was hot, but it's humid. Right. That's all our weapons sorted. Should we sort our armour out? Sandra. This one's going to be a bit easier. We've only got mage stuff. Have we? Ooh, Legion Army Battle Mage armour. That suits him, actually, doesn't it? That really suits him. Warden Battle Mage armour. Ooh, actually, that suits him. Jesus Christ. I mean, it doesn't make sense why you would be wearing Warden Battle Mage armour, but that really suits him. Really suits him. What's that? Maximum health and melee defense, or cunning? I mean, that one. That's pretty decent. That I'm gonna dress Dorian as a Grey Warden. I don't care. There we go. Dorian could be a Grey Warden. Vivienne. What's that? Enchanter armor is. Oh, it's not that much better because hers has got loads of bonuses. No. You can keep what you've got on, love. Plus I souped it up a bit, didn't I? And Solus. No, I think we'll stick with what he's got. Even though his colours are clashing awfully there. Like, his staff doesn't go with his robes at all. But it's alright, I never take him out anyway, so who cares? Oh, accessories. Superb belt of healing, 20% heal bonus. Now, does that mean when you're being healed? Presumably. I don't know, who do we want to be able to heal better? Vivian seems to get, like, hit quite a lot. Yeah, you can have a belt of healing. And none of them are very interesting. Oh, who's got an amulet of power? Cassandra's got an amulet of power. What have you got on? You've got Constitution, Amulet of Power. There you go. And put your Amulet of Constitution back on. Marvellous. Right, so. Yes. Oh, Viral Effects is here. Hello, Viral Effects. So I've just read the chat. Right, okay, so that's all that sorted. We'll go and sell all of our other shit. I'm not crafting much stuff, am I? I think it's because I don't have that many schematics yet. Because this is actually my first time playing Inquisition on PC. I previously always played it on PS4. Where am I going? The Undergroft. And once you've been through the game, you get a thing called the Golden Nug, I think it's called. And it basically saves all of your schematics and things and all of the stuff that you've collected, so that when you go into your next playthrough, you can get all of the schematics. You don't have to like go through the game collecting them again. So I've always just had all of the schematics from the beginning. But then, here I don't. I feel naked because I've not got that many. But I think I need to go and buy a lot of them from merchants, but I keep forgetting to do it, so. Should I sell Mercy's Crest? Because I think I was supposed to use that in the quest with the what's-it people on the Storm Coast. You know, the what's-it people, you know who I'm talking about. Those what's-it people. Those ones. Yes, absolutely. But I forgot about it, so yeah. Viral Effects, you missed my half-hour tangent at the beginning of the stream where I talked about what a brilliant game Assassin's Creed Odyssey is, and all of the things that other RPGs could learn from it. Disappointed in you, man. I'm gonna put Mercy's Crest in here. Inventory. There we go. Because it's not worth anything anyway, so you know. Right, okay, so should we head to the Western Approach? Is Trespasser DLC active? Yes, it should be, hopefully. I hope so. All my other DLCs have seemed to be working, so yes. Although, I tell you what hasn't turned up. The Black Emporium hasn't turned up. And it should have done by now, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should definitely have turned up by now. But like the Frostback Basin one, which I love that one, and the Deep Roads one, which I don't love so much, have both turned up. So I'm assuming Trespasser is installed and everything. It should be. Hopefully, maybe. Hopefully. Where am I going? The Western Approach. Over this way. Is it just me? Or does Lake Celestine kind of look like a horse's head? On its side? Like that's the nose? And that's the... It's even got like a little eye there, but that's the nose, and that's the ear. And then that's the mane. Looks like a horse's head. And then, of course, famously, Lake Calenhard looks like a bunny. It's a bunny rabbit. As Cullen points out at the war table at one point. There's one point where you go to the war... the little ambient conversations that they have in the background, one of the ones that they can have is... Cullen just goes, if you squint, Lake Calenhard looks like a bunny. And it does! It looks like a bunny. But it always occurs to me that Lake Celestine looks like a horse's head. And then... Oh, it's not on this bit of the map. Oh, it's on the war table map. I'm sure it is. Hang on, we're going to have to go and have a look at the war table map because there's something else that looks like something. You love Odyssey? Yes, I love Odyssey too, Viral Effects. So, you know, after this stream's over, you need to go back and watch my half-hour tangent about how brilliant Odyssey is. Do you play as Cassandra or Alexios? Because I've done both, but I prefer Cassandra. I mean, I love both of them. Whichever one I play as, I'm just in love with both of them. They're both amazing, but I prefer Cassandra as protagonist and Alexios as bad guy. Yeah, if we go over here... See? Like, firstly, that little island up there looks like something. And then this little inlet here...
Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
This little inlet here kind of looks like something. And it sort of looks like that island should maybe fit in there, doesn't it? Just a little bit. Do you not think? Do you think they both look like, you know, They belong together. Anyway. I've got a map of Thedas on my wall, so you know, I spend a lot of time just looking at Thedas. It's kind of looking at what certain things look like. Yeah. Anyway. Shall we head to the western approach then? We've only been going 44 minutes. Let's head to the western approach. There we go. Capture the keep. Yay, we could probably do that. What am I doing? Local map. No, that's the wrong thing. You have to double click it. I think you do, don't you? Boop. There we go. There we go. Lost Spring Canyon Camp. Wow. Boop. Alexios purely because Demos Cassandra made more mental sense to me. See, it's the other way around for me. I think Alexios is better as the bad guy with that lovely deep voice he's got. You know. Plus, I like playing as Cassandra because I just think she looks sexier in the armor, personally. I mean, they both look quite sexy in the armor, but I think Cassandra looks sexier in the armor. And it's nice to play a female character who's sort of like... Because she's clearly a super athlete. The fact that she can just, like, scale cliff faces, you know, and she actually looks like a super athlete. Like, she's muscly and she's tall and she's kind of, you know, powerful looking. She doesn't look like a sort of, you know, Miranda from Mass Effect, for example. You know, she's not the kind of Hollywood glamour model type, you know, like Lara Croft, where it's sort of like Lara Croft wouldn't actually look like that if she really was going through caves, you know, doing all the things that Lara Croft does. Yeah, so I kind of like that. And I love the fact that they got actual Greek voice actors. I love that so much. It makes it so much more immersive. I love the fact that they talk in Greek in the background. Like the ambient conversations that you hear going on in the background, they're talking in Greek. I love the fact that they just slip Greek words into... Even when they're speaking English, they slip Greek words in. So you actually feel like you're in ancient Greece, even though they wouldn't be speaking English in ancient Greece. Nobody was speaking English in the times of ancient Greece. But you know what I mean. Yeah. And you get to hear how all of the... Because, like, you know I'm a history nerd. And I'm also a mythology nerd. So, like, all of the, like, place names and the people and the gods and stuff like that, you get to hear how they're actually supposed to be pronounced. And it's sort of like, you know... I like that way. Scorpio, what are you doing? Scorpio. 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 There we go. Yeah. Such a good game, man. Anyway, should we pick a party? Do you know what? I'm going to bring Dorian as our mage. I think, you know, I keep bringing Vivian, but I like Dorian too, so we'll bring him. I always bring Cassandra. I can't go anywhere without Cassandra. She's like my good luck charm. She's like Liara in Mass Effect 3. Liara is never not in my party in Mass Effect 3. Apart from that one time where she can't be in your party, which I think is on Paladin, where you have to split up briefly. There is one point where, like, she can't be in your party. It's like one tiny little mission and it, oh, it hurts my heart. Can't do it. And the same with Morrigan in Origins. Morrigan's always in the party. Who else is in the party? Morrigan's always in the party. Who else do we want? We could bring Sarah. I feel like I'm not bringing her out much. I tend to prefer to have 2 warriors, though. I don't want to bring Iron Bull because if you bring Iron Bull and Dorian on enough quests, enough outings together, their banter together, if you're not romancing either of them, triggers a romance between them, and I don't like it, and I don't know why. I just feel like Dorian's too good for him. As much as I love Iron Bull, I'm like, Dorian's too good for you. I feel like you're just gonna mistreat him. Oh, I don't know, man. We could bring Varric. Should we bring Sarah? We'll bring Sarah. We'll bring her along. There we go. We're already playing on easy, aren't we? It doesn't really matter whether our party's balanced that much, does it? Right. Doesn't he look sexy in his Grey Warden armour? Look at him. Beautiful man, Dorian, you really are. Right. Hell. We've got level ups. Yeah, I was reading an article about the romances in Veilguard and about how anybody that you don't romance, they might start pairing up with each other. And part of me was like, oh, that's cool, because it gives them a bit more, like, you know, agency as people. As people. You know, fictional characters as people. But then I thought, the other times they've done that, and they might do it better in Veilguard, but the other times they've done that in Dragon Age games, I've never really liked it. I don't like Dorian and Iron Bull together. I don't like it. And I don't like, in Dragon Age 2, if you're not in a romance with either Isabella or Fenris, their banter highly suggests that they have a sort of friends with benefits kind of thing going on. And for some reason I don't like that either, and I don't know why. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. Anyway. But then again, I do like Tali and Garrus in Mass Effect. So, you know. But anyway, yes. So. Are you saying that Miranda was designed to be eye candy for horny male gamers? Well, possibly. Do you find her eye candy? Because I don't. I find that whole kind of... I mean, she looks like a strong breeze would snap her in half. Like, I find it a bit... I find her a bit unsettling to look at, actually. Which way am I going? I think I'm going the other way, aren't I? Yes, that's the way out. We've only just got here, we can't leave yet.
Inquisitor.
Oh, what? You want to give me another bloody requisition, do you? I hate the requisitions so much. Hello.
Nothing to report, sir.
Well, why did you call me then? Jesus flippin' Christ. Octavian. With our allies the Templars redeploying and abandoning their mine in the canyons, we will now focus our efforts on the excavations and the summoning attempts. Go have a word with our White Claw associates. I'll be sending further resources your way. Service. Oh. You know, I've been planning, provisionally, my various Veilguard protagonists. I've planned like one for each background that you can pick. Oh, there's a Fade Rift over there. Did I not deal with this my first time through? I must have gone a different way. I must have gone that way. I'll deal with this Fade Rift. Yeah, but I've sort of been like, you know, provisionally planning. Because I like planning. Yeah, I like planning characters and things like that. It's a hobby. So I've been sort of like, you know, trying to plan like a character for each background. And because we're set in Tevinter and like Antiva and that sort of thing, I've been digging quite heavily into like ancient Roman names, like names from ancient Rome and things like that, and I've come up with some brilliant ones. So far I've got an Antivan Crow elf called Hadriana, and I've got a Canary even, Grey Warden, female mage Grey Warden. I can't now remember what I called her, but it was Severina. Severina, that was it. Doesn't that sound like the most amazing name for a Canary mage Grey Warden? Severina. But yeah, I've got a whole list of them, but I can't remember what they all were now. But yeah, because when I was sort of thinking, oh, what kind of names should I come up with? Assuming you can even name them and they're not just all called Brooke. But assuming that you can, like, give them a name. I was thinking, yeah, what names can I come up with? And I was like, oh, we need to get me ancient Roman history books out. I'll go through them. Find myself some decent names. But then I'm probably going to find that most of them have already been used for like Venatori agents and things like that, aren't they? Yeah, that just popped into my head because Octavian was one of them. Was one of the names that I was thinking about.
Bandits? But they would have taken the cards. I don't like this.
Okay. Are we saying somebody attacked these carts then? These carts with cages on the back that were presumably carrying something. prisoners or creatures. I cannot remember. I cannot remember all the ins and outs of Inquisition. It's been that long since I've played it. I'm just reading the chat. Miranda is attractive, yes, but she doesn't look tough in the way, say, Ashley or Jack does. Look, that she's genetically engineered kind of makes up for that. She's kind of superhuman. Yeah, oh, there's a thing. Yeah, I don't find her sexy. I mean, attractive, yes. Like, she's got a beautiful face. But I don't find her sexy. But you know what I think it is? I think... I don't know how to put this. Do you find that, like, you don't find sexy? Do you know what I mean? Like, when people are acting sexy, it's not sexy. Do you know what I mean? Like... I don't know. I think it's the fact... I don't know. And like that... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway... I'm going to get into the realm of oversharing again, I think, if I carry on. So, yeah. Yeah, I just wish they'd put her in a better outfit. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's... Oh, Christ, God almighty. It's bloody awful, that outfit, isn't it? Anyway, it would be alright if she was in, like, jeans and a hoodie. That would probably be a lot better. Oh, I accidentally killed the little cute fox things. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I killed your friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, you've got such beautiful little ears, and I killed your friend. I didn't even get like a pelt or anything from it. Oh, it was a waste of a death. Viral Effects finds the Hannah sexy. That's definitely oversharing, love. Some people are into tentacles, aren't they? I think. Yeah, I think there's a whole subsection of deviant art. Probably. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, you know when you get a word in your head and it's the wrong word? I've got designated in my head and it's not designated. Dedicated! That's it. Dedicated to tentacles. Fred, please do not post any tentacle pictures on the Dirty Fan Art channel on the Discord because I'm not into tentacles, alright? Don't do it. I already see Fred on DeviantArt going, oh, but look at some tentacle pictures. No, don't do it. Oh, we've got more cages.
What are the odds that all these people just happen to die here?
Well, yeah, probably not very likely. Yeah, there are people in the back of there. Ooh, what happened here? I can't remember what happened here. I'm assuming the Venatori are involved. Ooh, Sandrock Mine. There's an exclamation mark over here. Examine. Research supplies, there we go. Yes, we're collecting them for that guy that we haven't met yet. But should we go and explore this cave first? That seems like a fun thing to do. It's an injustice that there isn't a Hannah spec.
Who is responsible for this?
Well, there's a lot of red lyrium. We should have brought Varric, really, shouldn't we? He's very invested in the whole red lyrium thing. Scrawled note. Louis? Louis? Could be Louis. S says, get the Templars whatever they want, no questions asked, so stop asking. They want refugees and travellers. We get them, marry us. Interesting. Why do the deep mushrooms look like they grow out of spiders in Inquisition? That looks like it's growing out of the corpse of a spider. Maybe it is growing out of the corpse of a spider, but like, why is that a thing that they brought in Inquisition when it had never been a thing previously? There's probably a codex entry that explains it. I think a spectre should be able to move quickly on dry land. Ah, but what about like missions that require fast movement in the water? You could have like an aquatic spectre who specialises in, you know, ocean things. I mean, it wouldn't get many outings. It would be much like Thunderbird 4 in Thunderbirds. Hardly ever got used, but when it was needed, you know, it was invaluable. You could have, you know, a Hanar Spectre to just, like, crack out whenever there's devious, dastardly things going on like, an ocean world. You know? An extremely underrated sexy character is Meredith. Meredith is quite beautiful, isn't she? She does have quite beautiful eyes, and she is quite nice in that coronet thing that she wears. Did I not have a tangent about Meredith in our coronet during the Dragon Age 2 live streams where I sort of said she was quite sexy in it? Maybe. She does have that sort of mature older woman kind of thing going on, doesn't it? I have to say I have a weakness for. That's definitely oversharing, isn't it? Yeah, I can understand Meredith. I can understand that. Oh, there's like creepy runes on the floor in blood. Oh, that's always a good sign, isn't it? I love some creepy runes drawn in blood. Am I missing something in here? I feel like I'm missing something in here. I want the thing. I want the ghoul's beard. There we go. Is that it? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. To be fair, I always just feel like I'm missing something generally in life. Always missing something. I don't know. We might have to come back later. Just reading the chat. Do you activate the Nug on your subsequent playthroughs? Yes. I will be activating the Nug as soon as I can, but this is my first playthrough on PC, so I cannot activate the Nug. I shall be activating the Nug. Oh. That's Dorian, isn't it? Turning the wolves into spirit wolves. Yeah, with his undead powers. More wolves. Lots of nasties to kill in the Boston approach. And there's a thing to examine. Old Chantry trail signs. The Chantry used these symbols long ago to mark trails to hidden locations. They're often mistaken by passers-by as simple carvings in the rock and trees.
Chantry symbol out here? Odd.
Right. Claim quarry. I do enjoy how we just wander around claiming things. Like, this is Orlais that we're in at the minute. This is Orlais's land. This is land that belongs to the Orlesian Empress, and we're just casually wandering around claiming quarries and keeps and things like that. Which is like, this castle belongs to us now. We've decided as the Inquisition. Can you imagine if somebody did that in real life? If some great organisation just sprung up and they just kind of like walked into Britain and were just like, we claim Buckingham Palace. Like, no. Just went across to France and was like, yeah, we're going to claim the Eiffel Tower. It's ours now. I suppose if you've got a massive fuck-off army, who's going to stop you? Yeah. Oh, there's the dragon. Hello, dragon.
Lovely. Tell me we won't be fighting that creature.
We will definitely be fighting that creature. Actually, I think it's kind of sad that, like, every area has a dragon. One of them has 3 dragons. I can't remember where that is, but one of them has 3 dragons. And we just go around killing them all. And it's like, aren't they on the brink of extinction anyway? Like, everybody thought they were dead until they made a comeback. and then like there isn't that many of them, and we just go around killing them. And it's just like, shouldn't we kind of be leaving them alone? Why are we killing them? I feel like we're the bad guys. But anyway. Hey, there we go. I knew there was another one. There we go. So.
The trail leads on.
Trail leads on. It's pretty. I do like desert maps. I have a particular soft spot for desert maps in games. I don't know why, because like in the real world I don't like heat or sunlight. I probably wouldn't enjoy a desert very much. Although it's humidity I don't like more than heat. And deserts don't tend to be humid, do they? Maybe they do, I don't know. I've never been in a desert. I should go to a desert at least once just to see if I like deserts or not, because they look very pretty. Oh, and that's lots of nasty, nasty acid, which is going to hurt us if we get too close. Yep.
Turn back! This is madness!
Turn back.
Someone at Skyhold will have a solution.
Yep, it's alright. We'll nip back to Skyhold and we'll do a war table thing and they'll clear the sulfur for us. Marvellous, but we won't do that right at this moment. Got other shit to do. First, we need to find Hawk. That's why we're here. No, we need to find Stroud. I think we need to find Hawk and Stroud. Or is it just Hawk? I can't remember. I think no, Hawk's definitely here, isn't he? Yeah, Hawk's frolicking around somewhere. Oh, there's some elf fruit growing in the desert. This stuff seems to grow bloody everywhere. It grows in the mountains, it grows in the snow, it grows in the desert. We'll let that wolf just kind of meander about doing wolf things. Giant staircase. Oh, this is the...
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
This is the bastard one that's really hard to get to the top of. Right. So Inquisition has a lot of... Because they gave you the ability to jump for the first time ever in a Dragon Age game. But it's not very good jumping. But, you know, you can jump. They sort of put lots of these stupid things in where you have to try and, like, find a way to get up to the top of places. Unless there's, like... I remember this one being a fucking nightmare, but I better just check to make sure there isn't a staircase that I'm forgetting about. Sarah, will you get out of my bloody way, woman? Jesus Christ. Yes, you just fall down there, like a good girl. Oh, and then I fell down there. Oh, that's not fun. I wasn't supposed to fall down there. Yeah, but just shit like this, where you just can't bloody... Ooh, there's a thing. You just can't bloody get where you're supposed to get. That's another thing Assassin's Creed Odyssey did really well. You can just climb literally anything. I like that. I remember me and my brother saying ages ago that in games it's stupid that you have to jump up things like this. Like, why can't you just, you know, scrabble up a thing like that? Why do you have to, like, do stupid jumps and stuff like that? And the first time I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I was like, oh my god, they've actually done it! They've actually done it! Right, we're heading up here, aren't we? Checking my phone because Amazon will be delivering To Winter Nights to me at some point. It was between 5 and 7. I better just check. I mean, it should fit through the letterbox, shouldn't it? It's just a book. Sometimes Amazon have a weird habit of putting stuff in stupidly big boxes for what's actually in it, so we might have to knock on my door. Let's just check. Arriving between 5 and 7 PM today. So yeah, just keep an ear out. In case the delivery man knocks on the door. There's a giant raven and a lot of cheese, because there's always a lot of cheese. And there's a little statue on top of the cheese with a little pickaxe. Okay. Okay. Right, does anybody know, in Dragon Age, what is with the cheese? Because they just hide cheese everywhere. They've done it in all 3 games, where they just do like cheese things with cheese. and it's just their thing. But like, why is it their thing? Why cheese? I don't understand. I've never understood. Like, do we even know? Or is it just some kind of private developer joke that they've never shared with us? Of why there's cheese everywhere. Do we know why there's cheese everywhere? Because I just can't work out why cheese, of all things. Why cheese? And sausages. There also tends to be a lot of sausages everywhere. But like, why? Because I always feel like I'm missing something. But it is very cute that you've got little figures. Look, he's got a shovel. He's digging the cheese. And she's got a little pickaxe. And then that one's just standing on a bottle. It's very adorable. Yeah. Best Amazon yet was a pair of earphones in a box that would have held a monitor. Was it absolutely crammed full of that brown paper stuff that they put into cushion things as well? Because, oh my god, they must, like, get through a rainforest in a year of the amount of friggin' brown paper that they put in their stupid parcels. Come on, go down the ladder. Go down the ladder. Go down the ladder, Dora. Go down the ladder. You're not Dora, you're Theodora. Go down the ladder. I keep calling her Dora. Go down the ladder! Oh my god, woman! Go down the ladder! Jesus Christ, like trying to talk to the cats. Would you consider getting the Taste of Thedas cookbook? I absolutely would. It's been on my list for a while. Oh my god, we could do cooking videos. Oh my god, we could do cooking live streams. You could live stream me cooking stuff from the Thedas cookbook. Those might be private live streams if I did that. I might not do that like on YouTube. I might do it on the Discord. Are any of you not in the Discord who want to be in the Discord? Because I can put an invite in the chat if you want. I'm waiting for Davros to turn up because he's not in the Discord. I remember saying to him ages ago that if we got a Discord, would he want to be in it? And he did, but he did want to be in it. But I think it was him who wanted to be in it. But since I started the Discord, he hasn't actually turned up to any of my live streams.
A place to set up camp, perhaps.
So, you know, a place to set up camp. Yeah, sure. Let's set up camp. Why not? Since somebody has very conveniently put this thing here for us, we'll set up camp.
Inquisitor.
Right. So, whereabouts are we? It's just me making noises while I'm eating. Right. Should we go and talk to Hope before we do anything, since that is why we're here? Probably do with advancing the main plot a little bit. That's where we meet Hawk, isn't it? With the spikes. That's how you know Hawk's going to be there, because there's spikes in his spiky, stupid armour. Oh my god, I've just had a terrible thought. You know that stupid Inquisition helmet thing that the Inquisitor is supposed to wear, and most people never put the Inquisitor in that helmet because it looks stupid. What if, when the Inquisitor turns up in Veilguard, they're wearing the stupid helmet? That would be the worst thing, wouldn't it?
I can't figure you out, Sarah.
That's a surprise, isn't it?
You just picked up a bow one day and poof, expert marksman. A veritable savant.
A what?
A savant. A natural, meaning you needed no training.
Not your business if I do or didn't. Like I don't ask if you naturally shoot fireballs out your ass or just opinions.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, friend, I can't help but remember at the beginning of the stream, Magpie told us that she couldn't overeat anymore. Yeah. How many have I eaten? I've got one left, so I've eaten 3. Yeah. 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 If I space it out, I'm quite capable of overeating, so long as I don't eat them all in one go. You know, leave a good 20 minutes between. Yeah. Oh dear, I was doing so well as well, you know. It's alright, I'll be good the rest of the week. It's fine. I'll turn up on Saturday and just have like a family bag size of Maltesers or something. I have done my exercises today, so you know, that's something. Hey dear. Yes, the Inquisitor's helmet. Anyway, I was saying it's bad enough that they put Hawk in the stupid Hawk armor. But can you imagine if they make the Inquisitor wear the stupid Inquisitor helmet? Oh my goodness, that would be awful. That would be awful. Oh, something over that way. Oh, it's a bit of stuff. It's a bit of serpent stone. Right, I'll head towards the spikes, as you do.
I'm glad you made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
Blood magic, I'd wager. You can smell it. Or see the corpses. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
I hate Aramont so much. Warden sees deceiving you. I've already got a head start. Your allies don't scare me. Yeah, I've already got a head start.
It looks like you've already done some of my work for me.
What, him? We simply needed his blood. Oh, were you hoping to garner sympathy? Maybe make the Wardens feel a bit of remorse? Wardens, hands up! Hands down.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even to Vinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
You love how bad guys in video games just feel the need to lay out their entire master plan to you the moment you meet them. You're just like, you wouldn't, would you? You'd be like, it's not really any of your business. Just like, I didn't ask for your life story, mate. Right, okay, so I saw this at Redcliffe. Oh, that demon army. You tricked them. Yeah, you tricked them.
So you manipulated the Wardens to build an army of demons for Corypheus.
Just so. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They're now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
You know what? There are so many things I don't understand about this. Why did he need Wardens? Like, you're going to raise a demon army. Why do you need Wardens? I don't understand. Like, it just seems such a convoluted plan when he could have just raised an army of demons. Like, why does he need Wardens? Like, just raise an army of demons. Just get a load of blood mages together and raise an army of demons. I mean, he's got a Venatori cult under him. They're literally a cult of blood mages. Just get them to raise an army of demons. Why do you need Grey Wardens? I don't understand. But anyway. Oh, there's a cat. What? What? What do you want? What do you want? What? What? What's the matter? What's the matter, Squeaks? What's up? What's the matter? Hey, little squeak face. Okay, so, yes, Corypheus made them do this.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No. Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
Okay, so, there's a cat on my knee. Why risk using demons?
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Olay. Now they are bound to my master.
Maybe it's the binding thing. Maybe he needed Wardens to actually bind the demons. Hey? Because I'm assuming they're bound to, like, the taint within them or something like that. I don't know. Let's say that's a thing. That sounds plausible, doesn't it? Oh, that's not a good angle on me we've got on cat cam there. That's not good at all. I look fatter on camera than I do in real life, don't I? Yes. Yes. Right, okay. So, why kill the old gods?
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when dark spawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, poof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world. Although I fear history will remember them a little differently now.
Okay. I can't reach my keyboard because there's a cat. Oh, Stasi. Stasi, you're not making this easy. You're not making this easy, Stasi. You want to hit number 5 on my keyboard? Oh, go on, hit number 5. 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 Oh!
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless darkspawn. The blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
No, Livius, you're the tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden
What a
City,
great line. No,
we,
Livius, you're the
Venatori,
tool.
will be his god kings here in the world.
Yeah, you're an absolute fucking lunatic. Okay, so. Knocking me headphones off and everything. What are you doing? You're dead, Eramond. I don't like you very much.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh, please.
I mean, we were going to get there anyway. There's no point talking to him anymore. Ugh.
The Elder One showed me how to deal with you. Then you were foolish enough to live here again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the faith. When I bring him your hand, his gratitude will be...
Ooh, Stasi! You go down there, because there's about to be a battle.
Kill them!
Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm covered in so much cat hair. Right. Whoa. Everybody just take a minute. Bloody hell. Take a breath. Right. So. Oh, bloody hell. All the wires are all tangled because there was a bloody cat. Covered in crumbs and cat hair. I look like such a slob, honestly. Right. Right. What are we doing? Should we do a nice explosive shot? That seems like a good thing to do. Like about there, maybe? Explosive shot. You're gonna do it. There we go. And then... bloody hell, I don't know. Put some poison on your arrows for me, love. Who am I shooting at? I'm shooting at that guy over there. That's probably not a terrible person to be shooting at since he's a mage. I hate the fact that you have to fight wardens. Because I like the wardens.
Bits up, face down.
Got it, we're done. There we go.
So, that went well.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Oh, of course. It's not real blood magic until someone gets sacrificed.
Aye. So, they were misled.
Ahriman lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk, but they had their reasons.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, Your Worship. Ahriman fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess they didn't want to summon a demon army out in public.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Right. I ate my last cookie. No more cookie eating. Oh dear. Right. I was going to be good this week as well. Oh, bloody Greg's. Honestly. A letter found on a Grey Warden mage. I don't trust this ritual Clarel is talking about. Are you sure it's safe? Have you ever used blood magic? I don't care what the Chandri says. I doubt they'd approve of the joining if they knew everything about us. But my family fought to Vinter slavers near the border. This Eramon sounds like everything that's wrong with the Imperium. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. If you can look me in the eye and tell me that the ritual is safe, I won't speak of it again. If not, just come back safe, please. Oh dear. Yeah. What is it with Inquisition and everybody suddenly turning to Tevinter for help? Like, you've got Fiona perfectly willing to sell the mages into slavery to Tevinter, despite the fact the whole rebellion was about trying to give them freedom, and then she's just like, oh yeah, I'll just quite happily sell them into slavery to Tevinter. Like, no. What the hell, woman? Yeah. And you've got the Grey Wardens turn into Tevinter. How? Well, Clarel, not the Grey Wardens as a whole. I like Clarel though. She kind of redeems herself, doesn't she? She has a pretty, she has a pretty badass moment. Alright, so. Oh, hi! Just walking into people here. Oh, I killed another one of the cute fox things. Oh. I'm just a murderer. I'm an evil, unjust murderer. Yeah, I'll deal with you in a second. I'm just looting. Priorities, man. Wait your turn to die. I'm busy looting. Oh, you exploded. Lovely. Right. What should we do now then? Well, we've got a lot of little side questy things that we could do. So we could just kind of head down in this direction and sort of do all of our side questy stuff. What we've got going on. Then we're going to have to head back to Skyhold and do the war table operation thing to clear the sulfur before we can get to Adamant. It's going to stand. Interesting. There's a rift nearby. There probably is, Fred. I could go and close the rift. That's an excellent idea, Fred. Look at it. It's so pretty, man. It's so pretty. There's a rift. We'll close the rift, shall we? Because it's making the desert look untidy. One. Oh, there's one over there. Come on. Are you running away? Don't run away. There we go. Right. So. People need killing. There's always people need killing, isn't there? You know what, you rack up such a ridiculous body count in these games. I mean, we're talking about thousands. Thousands. I don't think there's been anybody in the course of history who has ever been personally responsible for killing thousands of people. Like, actually killing them with their own hands. I don't just mean, like, you know, people who are responsible for mass genocide kind of things. Do you think ever in the history of the Earth there has ever been anybody like some kind of Spartan soldier or something like that who actually killed thousands of people? Probably not. Probably not. Killing just doesn't come naturally. That's just a fact of human nature that, you know, we don't want to kill each other. Soldiers typically don't kill people. That's not just a modern thing either. Like, that goes right back. People don't want to kill each other. Even, like, you know, go right back into, like, you know, medieval times and whatnot, prehistoric. People just don't like killing each other. That's just not a thing. It's just, you know. Claim this thing. Actually, speaking of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there is quite a late mission in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I can't remember if it's a main mission or if it's a DLC. Maybe a DLC, I'm not 100% certain. Where Cassandra's sort of haunted by all of the people that she's killed. And it does sort of address the kind of very casual nature towards killing that games seem to have, where you just kill so many people. And she, in this mission, she gets like quite haunted by it all of a sudden. But then the mission ends, and it's just sort of everything goes back to normal. But yeah, it is weird. I think the place where it felt most out of place was in Hogwarts. What's it called? Hogwarts Legacy, is it called? The Harry Potter one? Because you're literally playing a teenager, like you're playing a student. And you just casually go around killing people. But what is also funny is that, like, you can learn the forbidden curses. Is that what they're called? I can't remember. My Harry Potter lore's gone out my head. But you know, the killing curse. You can learn the killing curse, right? And it's this huge moral thing of like, should you learn the killing curse or not, right? And yeah, it's like sort of presented to you as this massive kind of dilemma of should you learn the killing curse, and if you learn it, would you dare to ever actually use it? Blah 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 blah. At this point, you've probably killed about 600 people. Like, I mean, you can literally freeze people and then shatter them to pieces. Like, you can kill them in so many ways. And then just the fact that it's this huge moral dilemma of whether you should learn the killing curse or not. It's like, you've murdered so many people at this point. And you're like 15 years old or something. And it's just a bit... It felt a bit weird to me. It felt a bit weird and out of place. I don't think you should have been a student, though. I think they messed it up a bit there. I think you should have been a teacher or something. I don't think you should have been a student. It just didn't work. In so many ways, it didn't work. But if you'd been like a teacher, you could have picked your house, you see. Because you could have been like the head of a house, right? Or something like that. So you could still have picked your house. Because I know they wanted you to be able to go through that sort of thing of picking what house you wanted to belong to and stuff like that. But you still could have. Because you could have just have been the head of the house, you know? I think it was wrong to make you a student. It's a weird game. It's very strange. It's not bad. It's quite good in many ways, but it's weird. Like, I don't know, you get the feeling it was made by people who've never made a video game before. It's odd. I quite enjoyed it though. To a point. It's sort of like, the first half of the game's great and then it sort of goes a bit silly. But it's odd. It's a strange experience, that game. It doesn't quite know what it wants to be, I think. That was a major problem I had with it. But overall, I mean, I don't think it was bad. It was just odd. What am I doing down here? I don't know, I just kind of came down the ladder because it looked exciting. There's a hoojit though. Always enjoy a hoojit. You know, a diamond thing on my map that says there's a thing, but I think it's up there. Oh, is that a thing that I can claim? Yes, it is. It's a logging stand. Did Dorian just swap Theodora? I don't know. Did he? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking about stuff. Chasing landmarks now. I do like the old landmarks. Is where the landmark is? No, this isn't where the landmark is. It's the landmark up there. You see, this is one of the frustrating things about Inquisition. It's trying to just freaking find stuff. Oh. Is it up there? Or is it below me? Is it above me or below me? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. Oh, that's one of the shards. That's one of the shards. That's a Chadra Trail. That's the Venatori. The Venatori seem to be busy in the western approach. A report from someone named Service mentioned activity in a mine somewhere in the canyons. I just like just wandering around and seeing, you know, what I stumble across. Plenty new dirty fan art up, by the way, says Fred. Yes, I know, Frederick. I know. I have seen all the dirty fan art. I love the Fornax covers. I think they're the best thing. They're like my favourite thing, the Fornax covers. I really think that we should just get a group of like really talented Mass Effect fan writers and artists together and like set up a GoFundMe or something like that and just produce Fornax. I think we should do that. Just like a monthly issue of Fornax. Every month. You know, an actual physical one that you can get like posted to you if you want. How cool would that be? You actually just made the Fornax magazine. Oh my god, that would be the best thing. Still not as bad as trying to use the Mako to find all the fetch quest items. I think it's worse. I don't think the Mako's that bad. I suppose Inquisition is it's a bit more entertaining in Inquisition. There's a bit more going on. Like the Mako thing's a bit boring. Oh dear me. Oh. They disappeared when they saw us, guys. We scared them off. Oh, I can just shock Cassandra in the face as you do. Okay. I'm going to write a real life paper in Ink4. Yeah, right! You know lots of people, Fred. You're friends with lots of artists and writers and things like that. We should get a group together. We should make this happen. Put the call out. The call out across social media. We want to write an actual phone act. Oh, Dora, you were supposed to jump. You're not Dora, you're Theodora. I'm just going to call her Dora. She's just all female dwarfs are now Dora to me.
This might be a decent place for a spot of camping.
Yes, well, a spot of camping. Yeah. I used to write a fictional magazine actually when I was a child. I had a fictional magazine that I wrote set in a fictional world. And I wrote the whole thing and oh well, I was going to say illustrated it. I didn't actually draw the things. I found sort of pictures on the internet and then I like photoshopped them and stuff like that. And yeah, it was set in this like different world where just weird shit would happen. But it was like a magazine and I like, you know, I had like... Anyway, I had like different writers who were writing for the magazine, but they were all me, you know what I mean? But I used to try and change my writing style depending which one that I was supposed to be writing as. You know, that was really cool. It'd be fun to do something like that. To do like a... There's a podcast, I can't remember what it's called, but my cousin introduced me to it and I listened to a few episodes and then forgot about it. But it was like about a fictional town somewhere. Right? And it was like following like what's going on in this fictional town, but it was in like the format of a radio show. So it was meant to be like the local radio. And you followed the story of this town through this like local radio station. Right? Imagine doing something like that, but with a magazine. Where like you publish a magazine with articles and everything, set in a fictional world, and you follow the story of this fictional world and all of the people in it through the magazine. Wouldn't that be amazing? Has anybody ever done anything like that? Like, does something like that exist? Because I would love to do something like that. Anyway, the researcher, hello!
Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frédéric of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
Will I? I love how dedicated the Orlesians are to their mask wearing bit. Like, he's out in the middle of a desert, he wasn't expecting to run into anybody, and he's still got his mask on. Like, that's dedication to your culture there. Yeah, tell me about this place.
You're a scholar. What can you tell me about this region?
The Western Approach is a remarkable place, as you are no doubt aware. Many magnificent creatures make their home here. Vargists, dragons, phoenixes. They thrive where few others can. The land was poisoned by the Second Blight. The Warden Fortress has stood since that time. Before the Blight, the ancient Imperium ruled here. Actually, I saw some Devinters recently. Studying the runes, perhaps.
Okay. Are you safe out here?
The rest of your team went missing, and there are raiders all over the area. Should you be here alone?
I don't know what happened to the rest of the expedition, but the raiders have left me completely undisturbed. I have also seen Grey Wardens and strangers in odd black clothing, but they all ignore my presence completely.
Okay, tell me about you.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a professor at the University of Orlais. I have made it my life's work to write the definitive monograph on the hunting habits of dragons and their closest kin. On this trip alone, I have produced 20 scrolls of notes. More scholarship than has ever been done on the Southern Vargist. But my hope, my great ambition, is to observe the abyssal high dragon taking her prey. A sight no scholar has ever recorded.
Okay, yes, so I found your supplies. I think I've already told you that, but apparently I'm going to tell you that again.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Now that I have my recipes back, I'll be able to concoct a bait the high dragon cannot resist. I have most of what I need, but I still need to gather quillback intestines and a phoenix's tail feather.
Okay, tell me more about dragons.
You study dragons? I'd be interested in hearing more about that.
Oh, they are fascinating and little understood creatures, thought extinct for centuries. Now they seem to be making a comeback. The Nevarrans wrote extensively on breeding and nesting behavior, but high dragon hunting patterns have never been studied. I would be most interested if you come across any Gurn corpses that might be victims of dragon attacks.
Okay.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Why would the bandits leave a scholar alone?
Maybe because there's a giant fuck-off dragon in the area? I mean, could have something to do with it, Cassandra. Yeah. Find a phoenix tail feather, gather quillback intestines. Oh, glamorous things you have to do when you're Inquisitor. Can I mean, do I not have people for that? Can I not, like, you know, send Liliana's agents to get me some quillback intestines? Do I have to get my own quillback intestines? Really? Right, okay, so... Ooh, there's On the Chantry Trail. Should we do that one then? Should we do On the Chantry Trail? Oh, I think we've missed one, have we? We missed one. We missed one all the way up there. Oh, go back and get it. Yeah. Welcome to Night Vale, that's the one. That's the podcast that my cousin listens to. Yeah, I liked the idea of it. I personally didn't find it particularly captivating, but I liked the idea of it. Yeah.
Is it true that the right of tranquility can be reversed, Cassandra?
It is, although I'll not ask how you heard that.
Ladies pray. I can't get tranquility Winter alone.
I'm surprised they use the right in your homeland at all.
It's a sentence handed down by the Magisterium. Abuse of magic has so many convenient interpretations.
The reversal process is not simple and must be investigated, but yes, it will have implications here and abroad.
If it's ever revealed. Yeah, oh, for God's sake, I don't want to have to kill another one of them. Oh, I'm going to have to kill another one of them. I was going to say something then, I can't remember what it was. Something about the abuse of magic having interpretations or something, I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say. And then we're going to have to kill another one. Actually, I think these are quillbacks. We might be able to get some quillback intestines from these quillbacks. I think these are quillbacks. They seem to have quills on their back. That would make them quillbacks, right? Possibly. There we go. Quillback found, quillback. Yeah, I remember this one being a right pain in the arse because it's so rare that you actually get intestines. And phoenixes are really hard to kill as well, I remember. And not that common. Oh, there we go, quillback intestines. So, finding a phoenix tail is sometimes, like, really annoying. Found more Fornax art for the channel. That's good. How do you find this stuff, Fred? Because I love those Fornax covers, so I specifically search for them. And I don't find half as many as you do. I'm clearly not that good on DeviantArt, you know, because I never seem to find anything good. I'm not good at searching on DeviantArt. I don't find the good stuff. Fred finds the good stuff and posts it for me.
Delightful. The next best thing to sending the High Dragon flowers, I suppose.
Oh, Dorian, I should bring you more often. You're fun. Oh, there's another thing that needs killing. He made a really sad noise when he died. Right, let's go this way. No, I think the thing that's most interesting about the whole revelation about the tranquility thing and how the Seekers are made tranquil and that's how they get their powers, and then they're made untranquil again. The most interesting thing about that for me is that you don't have to be a mage to be made tranquil. So why did they only make mages tranquil? Because you think it would be the kind of thing that they would... I mean, it's basically a lobotomy. I think it's the kind of thing that they would do on, like, anybody who's a bit of a troublemaker. Just make them tranquil. It's basically like if you've got a deranged serial killer or something, rather than killing them and, you know, wasting them, make them tranquil, and then they can still be of use, but they're not dangerous anymore. You would think that they would do that, wouldn't you? Seems strange that they don't. Anyway.
The end must be nearby.
Yeah, there we go. Is the cave that they go to in Asunder, where Wynn and Thingy, I've forgotten his name, discover that the Rite of Tranquility can be reversed. Ooh, Lazarite. Very exciting. Okay. Attack the thing. I can't remember if it has to be attacked with magic. I think it maybe does have to be attacked with magic. Dorian, do your magic thing. Go. Ooh. Yeah, I think this is the cave they go to in Asunder, where they have the tranquil elf guy who gets made untranquil again. They go into the Fade and stuff. I need to reread Asunder. There's a lot going on in that book, and a lot of it ties into my Oxford fanfiction. So I need to reread it. I need to start publishing that, I really do. But I want to get a decent amount of it written first. I know I keep teasing it and then, like, you know, never publishing it. And I do have quite a lot of it written, but, like, I want more of it written before I start publishing it. Anyway. Oh god, I haven't updated Living Legends in freaking ages. I'm stuck! I'm stuck at a bit where, like, I know what's going to happen after the bit that I'm on, but I need... I don't know, I need something to bridge the gap. Is that it? Is that everything around here? Apart from that deep mushroom. Yeah, just deep mushrooms, okay. Rebel Mage's note. It just keeps staring at me. It had to go. Okay. What the statue of Andraste that's been knocked over, maybe? Well, that's not Andraste. That's someone else. It's... yes, unless Andraste had a beard. Maybe she did. Theodora's got a beard. Andraste could have had a beard. You never know. Oh my god, what if Andraste was a dwarf? There's a fan theory that Andraste may have been an elf. But I think it would be funnier if Andraste was a dwarf. Or a canary. Can you imagine if Andraste was actually a canary? That would be amazing. I don't think there were canary in Thedas back then, but you know, it would still be amazing. There's a fair amount of speculation that Andraste may have been a mage. Oh, there's a thing that needs killing. Are you a phoenix? You might be a phoenix. You look phoenixy. I think you're a phoenix. Can I have one of your tail feathers, please? That would be nice. Oh no, you're a Vargist. Oh well, in that case you are of no use to me. I care not for you. Alright, what's that? Favours for the first enchanter. Find a book for Vivian. We'll do that. Make Vivian like us a bit. Trying to get her good books. It's not easy to do, she's got high standards. Rasta had elf followers, they would have claimed her as one of their own if she was elven. Well, maybe they did. And it got, you know, edited out. These things happen. But yes, I don't particularly believe that she was elven because she was Alvar, wasn't she? That's the origin story of her, that she belonged to an Alvar tribe, so why would she have been elven? The idea that she was a mage is maybe a little bit more plausible. Because, you know...
Who put all this here? Venatori?
Possibly. Because she, like, heard voices and things, didn't she? Vivian slightly approves. This is what I love about Vivian. Everybody else, when you do, like, things for their main quest, they either approve or greatly approve. Vivian just slightly approves. Like, she's not that easily impressed. It's like, alright, you did a thing for me. I slightly approve. Cassius, remind your hirelings to leave that Orlesian fob alone. With our red friends leaving the area, Service expects more from the White Claw efforts. I'm not explaining to him that you let those raider idiots kill our best chance at actually getting that high dragon in reach. Ah, they wanted the high dragon. Why did they want the high dragon? You say, I don't remember. Oh, we can claim a quarry. Oh, and I can upgrade Skyhold's main tower. Yay! Still need to upgrade the garden. I haven't decided what kind of garden we want yet. We can't get down there, can we? You meet the ghost of Shartan. Well, yeah, okay. We don't actually know that he was the actual ghost of Shartan. Like, we don't know that that was actually Shartan. Like, you know. Why would he be hanging around in a, you know, gauntlet thing? Because, I mean, you also meet, you know, your own doppelganger. But I don't think we're meant to believe that it's actually you. Like, it's more likely that it's just kind of a vision that's been put there. It's probably not actually Shartan. And if the whole thing is controlled by the Guardian, I mean, the Guardian was, you know... It's like the disciples, isn't it? Who kind of, like, rewrote everything after Jesus died. It was sort of, you know, it was their story to tell at that point, and they could kind of do whatever they wanted with it. They changed things to fit the prophecies and whatnot. Like the whole thing of him returning to... Hang on. I was going to say Bethlehem, and then I'm like, no, is it Jerusalem? Which one were they going to, and which one were they going from? So that he could be born. Where was he meant to be born again? I can't fucking remember, this is awful. Whichever one he was meant to be born in and they were supposed to have returned to for the census, and it was like, well, that's not how censuses work. You don't go back to where you're born, where you were born, for a census. That's not how censuses work. And censuses didn't actually even exist until, like, a few decades later. So, like, that was invented
Cassandra. I've never heard
to fit the prophecy, you know what I mean?
Why would you? They do not exist in Tevinter.
What are they? Some manner of super Templar? Is this one of those sudden secrets like proper hygiene?
Once we worked from the shadows, monitoring Templars and mages alike.
Ah, that clearly worked out well.
Your glibness does you no credit. The Mage Rebellion was beyond even our power to control.
Yeah. He was born in Bethlehem, wasn't he? Yeah, that's the flipping hymn, isn't it? Christ was born in Bethlehem. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. I went to Sunday school and everything. I used to go to church. Can't remember where Christ was born. Yeah, so they went from Jerusalem to Bethlehem, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, with the census, but that's not how censuses work. And censuses did not exist until a few years later. So, you know, that was invented by the disciples to fit the prophecy. Yeah. I can't remember why I was talking about that. Oh yes, stories get twisted, you know, to fit certain narratives as, you know, time goes on. History is always open to interpretation, which is one of the reasons why I like studying it. It's fascinating. You see how, you know, interpretations of people and things change, and, you know, real people from history take on different roles and different lives depending on what era is remembering them and things like that. Ooh. It's interesting. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, if you believe the official story. He was not born at Christmas time. He was born sort of around September, I think, wasn't it? Sometime around then-ish. He was maybe born, possibly, perhaps. His mother probably wasn't a virgin. That probably wasn't a thing. Probably didn't come back to life again. That probably wasn't a thing either. Probably didn't walk on water, you know. But yeah, that really matters at the end of the day, does it? It's more about the message and all of that kind of stuff. It's not about whether he actually did miracles. It's more about the fact that he kind of went, you know what, wouldn't it be a better world if we all loved each other and didn't kill each other? Wouldn't that be better? That's kind of the bit that was important, and that all seems to kind of get forgotten in amongst all of the other stuff. Anyway. Keep hearing that dragon. I know it's not going to swoop down, but, you know, I also feel like it's going to swoop down. I know it's not, but I feel like it is. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the wastes. That's where the Darkspawn first came from, I think. Is that the big chasm? It's around here somewhere, isn't it? The big chasm that the Darkspawn first came out of. And if you look at the map, yeah, if you look at a big map of Thedas, there's a bit that looks very much like a giant asteroid crashed into it. Kind of near here. And I wonder, are the Darkspawn aliens? Is that where they really came from? It's always my wonder. You know, maybe. Is there not a theory that you can stumble across Thedas in Mass Effect? Is that a thing? I remember reading somewhere that, like, there's a theory that one of the planets is actually Thedas. Imagine if the Reaper War is going on up there and we're just not considered advanced enough to be part of it. You know. Because you do stumble across Krogan in Dragon Age. That's the thing. And you stumble across an ogre in Mass Effect 2. But yeah, there's quite a few points in Dragon Age where little Krogan Easter eggs appear. You know, just saying. Right, where am I going? What am I doing? There's a question mark up there. Let's go and look at the question mark. I think it's that oraculum. That's the question mark. Dusty Top Fort. What a marvellous name. Oh, there's what's his name again. How do I get to the thing? How do I get to the thing? Like 90% of Inquisition is just how do I get to the thing?
Very unlikely that you return whenever you like. I'm always glad of the company of a fellow scholar.
I'm gonna have to loop all the way around, don't I? And there's probably a path. People there, do you think we can skirt around the people without attracting their attention? Can't be asked fighting them. And then, to be honest, I think we'll just head back to Skyhold and we will do the thing. Do the war table thing to open up the Hoojit. Yes, excellent, marvellous. We might be able to finish Josephine's quest, actually, if we're lucky. I didn't actually look to see how long it was going to take. Oh my god, I can't get round this way. So how the hell am I supposed to get to it then? How the... Definitely no path around here, is there? No. I will glitch myself up here, maybe. Or maybe not. Way. Get up that way. Ooh, maybe it's around this way.
Days, return whenever you like. I'm always glad of the company of a fellow scholar.
Very cloudy for the desert, isn't it? For some reason I don't expect it to be cloudy in a desert. I don't know why. Right, okay, so the thing's up there. So, there must be a way around somewhere. There's people up there. Honestly, sometimes Inquisition drives me to bloody destruction. Oh, it's up this way, isn't it? Yep, this would be it. There we go. There's a thing that we don't want to get too close to because it can't be asked fighting it. Where's the oraculum gone? It's around here somewhere. I think. Is it around here somewhere? It's in that direction. Oh, there it is. I see it. There's a thing over here. Well, there's a fate rift. So, you know, that's one thing. And there's another thing. Oh, I suppose we'll go and deal with the demons. You know, I always thought it would be funny if, like, depending on what mage you bring, they prioritise putting barriers around the companions that they like the most. So, like, Maybe if you have like Vivian, she maybe just like won't bother putting a barrier around Sarah. I thought that would be kind of cool. You know. Stop making the place look untidy. Okay. Have a little loot. And find whatever it is we're meant to find. Oh, there's 2 things. Oh my goodness, we're being spoiled. I'm guessing one of them is a Grey Warden thing for Blackwall. It's up there apparently. The other one's probably a bottle. Oh, that's a nice collection of skeletons. That's lovely, that's exactly what I wanted. And yes, there's a bottle that we absolutely had to just reach through those skeletons to get that bottle. That was very important to us. Right, I jump down here. Another one, I think it's going to be on top of that one, maybe.
Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Yeah, well, I don't give a toss what Blackwall would have liked. Blackwall does not have my respect. Right. So, Blackwall doesn't have a right to any of the bloody Grey Warden stuff either. Bloody stupid arrogant arsehole. Anyway, don't like him. Don't even pretend to like him. There's a thing up there. How do I get to the thing?
Sarah, why would you assume I should use my training to assault an animal?
What, the punch a bear thing? I don't know. I just figured you'd want to know if you could. I mean, I sometimes put an arrow just to see if I can hit something. Oh, did Andraste say not to use your training for fun? Fun for you, I mean. Probably not fun for the bear. You've got some reach on you.
No. No, Andraste did not specifically say one should not punch bears.
Well, there you go then.
I mean, I don't feel like punching a bear in general would be a good idea. Not just for the fun of it. I mean, maybe if you found yourself in a bear altercation, you might want to punch a bear. But like, just like, you know, as a hobby, I wouldn't recommend it, even if you are a tough warrior like Cassandra. But you know, Cassandra and Sarah have some brilliant conversations. Right, so. What are we doing? I'm looking for things. There's another thing. Ooh, we need a third thing. We need a third thing. Ooh, there's people. Oh, the people are looking at us. They've decided to leave us be. Oh, that's where I've just been. Send me back to where I've just bloody been. Right, okay, should we go back to Skyhold? That's the wrong thing. That's what I want. World map. And Skyhold. Go back to Skyhold. Oh, really? I do. I don't know if any of them have actually finished their war table things that I set them. But we'll find out, won't we? Oh, dear me. Right. So, should we decide what kind of garden we want? Because we can have a chantry garden. Upgrades the garden to a chantry, bringing hope to all those who seek it. A functional upgrade that brings potential resource gain from the inspired, including gold from tithes. Or a herb garden upgrades the garden by committing the space to simple greenery and cultivation. A functional change that allows more herbs to be harvested. That sounds like a Theodora kind of a thing. Yeah, we'll have a herb garden. So this is now a garden for herbs. This is where we grow our herbs. It is our herb garden. A door I can get through. Oh, that's a door that I can't get through in my own castle. My own castle has doors that I can't go through. That's not right. What are my people hiding from me? Ooh. Okay, so, and we should be able to build a tower. I think I have to go down into the basement.
Gathered quite the collection.
I asked Mother Giselle, and she said you're wrong.
My canary throne. How beautiful does it look? Strange and out of place, but beautiful. It's got a canary throne because I feel like it should have. Right, so.
That's for scalding.
If we do. Was that a requisition? It might be a requisition. Potions. What potions? Do we not have a requisitions bench thing somewhere? Oh, don't tell me I have to go back out into the field to get a requisitions thing. Unless we have. Oh, is that it? Is that the requisitions table? No, that's tin armor. Is there not a requisitions table? Oh yes, I know where it is. I remember 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 where the requisition thing is. Oh, Varric isn't here.
Giselle said the Maker is acting through us, but he doesn't do anything directly.
That's a bit weird. Why is Varric not here?
So the less he
Has Varric disappeared? Has he gone? Has he left us? Has he run away? Hello, Solus. Very strange. Way! Oh dear. Why take the long way? We could just fling yourself off the top of buildings.
Inquisitor.
It's in here, isn't it? The requisitions thing. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. There it is. Requisitions. Marvellous. Courtyard upgrade. Upgrade the courtyard to cosmetically reflect the Inquisition's focus. Investigate to select between infirmary, space, or sparring grounds. And then. Oh, does that mean I can't build a tower anymore? Do I need more things? I think I need more things. Still, we did the courtyard. So, courtyard upgrade. Which should presumably have turned up somewhere like, you know, in the courtyard. Presumably. 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 Is that not a thing I can click on that lets me upgrade the courtyard? Is that not a thing? It not turned up. It was like a quest. Those are my trainers. That's Blackwall. It has not turned up as a quest. Does it not turn up as a quest? Am I going mad? Oh, it's up there, man. It's up there. It's up there, for heaven's sake. Actually, that might not be it. It might be. I don't know. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, there it is. It really bothers me that we don't have railings on these stairs.
Inquisitor.
I feel like that's a massive health and safety issue, says the woman who's just chucked herself off the top of a building. Right. Infirmary, a cosmetic upgrade that declares the Inquisition's promise to be both welcoming and protective of all those who seek support. Or a sparring ring, cosmetic upgrade that declares the Inquisitor's investment in the recruitment and training of its soldiers so that all who wish to fight are put to their best use. On the one hand, infirmary is a good thing. On the other hand, do we really want it in the courtyard? Like, is that the first thing we want people to see when they walk through the doors? Sick people. I'm not so sure. I think it's them seeing a sparring ring when they first walk through the doors would, you know, give a lot more confidence rather than sick people. You know what I mean? Let's go with the sparring ring. We'll have that. We'll have a nice sparring ring. There we go. Yeah. So. Oh. Yeah. So, I'm just walking in circles now. War room, that's where I'm going. Dear me. I've hit the sugar crash. I need to stop binging on sugar when I'm doing these live streams, honestly. I need to just stop binging on sugar, just generally. I need to get me freaking life together, I think.
Inquisition.
Oh, that's where Varric is. Hello.
Venatory mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
This Hawk being nice and philosophical. That's what happens when you change things. Things change. Anyway, hello Hawk.
I tracked the wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
Okay, you're sounding very, you know, serious and not Hawk-like. Right.
I have something for you, Commander. The soldiers the Herald rescued from the Fallermire arrived an hour ago.
Thank the Maker. We need good news.
Oh my god, we can do Here Lies the Abyss. I don't want to do it right at this moment. I think we'll cross the sulfur pits first. I'll let Cullen deal with that. Reports from Griffin Wing outposts say that construction of a safe path through the western approach's largest sulfur pit is complete. Our soldiers completed the bridge without incident. It has opened routes to previously inaccessible areas of the approach. You can inspect the results the next time you travel to the region. Yay! Not right at this moment. Is everybody still busy with their various quests? Well, missions, whatever. Oh. Aha, she's managed it. Right. Judge Old has signed the papers we need to present the Duparaquets as nobility. Again, there is now only one step left. The Royal Minister must ratify them. Please come see me when you have a chance. The judge passes on his compliments, by the way. Apparently the hunt was a marvellous bit of sport, and our soldiers acquitted themselves bravely against something called a screaming man-eater. The infirmary reassures me the injured will make a full recovery. Okay. And we've secured a route through the frostbacks. Yay! And I'll tell you what, we'll leave it for now. We'll go and talk to Josephine and then we'll come back. Oh, Timothy's here! Hello, Timothy! I hear you've had a rough week. Have a chat with Josephine. Hello, Josephine.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
Yeah, what's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these Duparaquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Okay. Need to go and woo a lady. This is the only casual sex option in the game. And it's not a good one. You shall see what I mean. If we go to the world map. Who Valrio was supposed to be going to? Hang on. My journal. That's the one I want. Set active. Go to the war table and find a way to meet Billy's. Okay, I need to do it through the war table. See, that's why I didn't set them on new tasks. Right, so speak with Minister Belize at the party. Okay, we'll let Josephine get on with that. 17 minutes? Oh, Josie, man, what am I going to do for 17 minutes? For heaven's sake, woman. Oh, you have to rehome one of your cats? Oh no, that's awful. I can't imagine having to rehome the cats. I think about it sometimes and it's genuinely just like, oh, I couldn't. Like if I had to. My biggest thing with Scorpio and Star is that like I would never want them to be split up. Because they've always been together, like they came out the same litter. And the guy I got them from actually gave me them half price if I took both of them because he wanted them to stay together because they're like a bonded pair, you know. And he was so adamant that he wanted them to stay together that yeah, he gave me them half price. That's always my worry. If I ever had to give them up, I'd be like, I would, you know, I'd want to make sure that they went together. I wouldn't want to give them to a shelter either, because I don't think they would thrive. But then there's nobody that I know who could really take them in. I mean, I've got plenty of people I know who are like cat lovers, but I think Scorpio and Star would need to be somewhere that didn't have like children or other animals, or you know, because they're quite. Like, if anybody ever comes round my flat, they go into hiding. Like, they just hide from anybody who isn't me. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's an awful thing to have to rehome an animal. Read this thing. Oh, that's hard in High Tone, chapter 5. Dear Mia, I'm still alive, your loving brother Cullen. Honestly, is it so difficult? We thought you were dead. Again, if the Inquisition was not on everyone's lips, we would never have heard that their fine commander survived Haven. We've been hearing strange things about the Templars lately. I'm not sorry you left them. I thought your resignation was implied when you joined the Inquisition, but you meant something more, didn't you? It's a fool's errand asking you to stay safe, but please try, your loving sister. See how easy it is, Mia. Oh, bless. Where is Cullen? Oh, there he is. Hello. Do you have like a cutscene conversation?
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
Yes. They're not willing. Stop blaming the Grey Wardens.
Not by choice. They were manipulated by Corypheus.
I'm not sure that's a comfort. The Inquisition must serve as an example. We must stand where others fall.
Nyx and Norbert are amazing names for cats. They are amazing names for cats. Right, yeah, I'm not really that interested, Cullen. Right. Sorry, Cullen.
I'll be here.
Right, I need to go and give some Grey Warden things to Blackwall. You know, we just go the creative way, where we jump over here. And then we just jumped out. Yeah. Yeah, my Inquisitor is also a parkour expert. Oh, dear me. Right, Blackwall, where are you, my darling? There you are. Hello.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen.
I don't care what you would like, Blackwall. I really don't. But, you know, I'm nice enough to give it to you anyway.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Also, really don't like him. Really don't like him. Don't like him at all. I could get my specialisation. I don't know what specialisation I want. Oh, I don't know. I can't be bothered.
Not now, sister.
I know what you want to do. It won't help.
My father drowned there. Who are you to tell me what will make me feel better? I'll find him. I'll find the mayor and I'll...
Decide your actions before you go. In the moment, there's only before and too late.
Yeah, excellent advice. I like some of the conversations that you overhear. There's a marker that I accidentally set. We'll just run into that to get rid of it. There we go. We're just basically hanging around for 17 minutes until Josephine does that thing. That's kind of what we're doing. Should we talk to everybody and see if anybody's got a cutscene conversation? Let's do that. That's always a fun thing to do. Hello, Cassandra. Oh. Oh, is this the conversation? Oh, this is the conversation. This is because I flirted with her a little bit.
I was hoping we could speak privately.
Are we not?
Right. Of course we are. The flirting. With me. I've noticed it. Unless it is my imagination, which is entirely possible.
Okay. This is such a funny conversation. Yeah, so I've picked a few of the flirt options. But I don't think they're that flirty. And honestly, a lot of the time I pick them because I just think, like, they're actually better than any of the other options. And they're not that flirty. Like, they're not things that I wouldn't say to a totally platonic friend. Like, you know, I think Inquisition has a slightly strange interpretation of what's flirty and what's not. But anyway, I meant nothing by it. It's not your imagination. Should I stop? Let's say, should I stop? Let's just be like, yeah, I was just casually flirting with you, Cassandra, because I casually flirt with people, you know. Doesn't mean anything, but should I stop?
If it makes you uncomfortable, I can stop.
Inquisitor, I hope you understand I cannot return your affection.
I don't have any affection for... Well, I do have affection for you, but I don't have romantic affection for you, Cassandra. I just, you know, like flirting with people. What's wrong with that?
You don't have to say any more, Cassandra.
I think perhaps I do. You are the Herald of Andraste, and my leader, and a woman. I take it as a compliment, truly. I hope we can remain friends.
That's even more hilarious when you're playing as a dwarf and it just cuts Cassandra's head off. Oh dear me. Yes. Oh. Anyway, it's alright, Cassandra. I never had you in my sights anyway. Ooh, this is a bit fancy. This is a bit fancy in here. It's like the private room where we put people up. Where even am I? I'm above the garden. How did I get up here? I don't know. Crumbled letter. My dear Ewan, you have been the light of my life, the song of my heart for over a year, but the world has changed and both of us with it. How does one live through the rending of the sky and still remain the same? I've seen Oblivion through the rifts. That's a different game! That's a different game! You haven't seen Oblivion! You've seen the Fade! And I fear our lives are about to end. You told me the distance between us would be hard to bear, and I said I would never seek the arms of any but yours. I was wrong, yeah. Yeah, I've met someone in Valroyo. She is dark where you are fair. She fills her life with poetry, not battle, and her voice, her tongue, trips so sweetly on the trills and flourishes of the Orlesian language. She gives me hope that we will survive this. I'm sorry, I will never forget you. Oh dear, it's a Dear John letter. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing's ever forever, you know. And I always think when people kind of say, hey, that door just closed behind me on its own. My castle's haunted. When people say something's forever, like, you don't know something's forever. You don't know that. You don't know you're going to feel the same. Our emotions are strange things. You can be completely and utterly in love with somebody and then just really not care whether they live or die. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what I've learned? I've learned not to trust things that spring up really quickly. Like, whether they be romantic or just even friendships. If they get really intense really quickly, it's probably going to peter out to nothing. Which is fine if you're aware of that and you're not expecting anything more. But, yeah, that's kind of what I've learned. I've learned that, at least for me, I mean, it might be different for other people, it might just be, you know, the kind of person I am. The strongest sort of friendships and relationships and things are the ones that transpire gradually over time, you know, and unfold. And, you know, when things get very intense very quickly, it's usually not a good sign. I've learned. Yeah. How did I even get up here? I don't think I've ever been up here before. How did I even get here? What door did I come through to get here? Oh, is this a bit of the castle I'm not supposed to be able to get to yet? I think it is. Yeah, this is a bit I'm not even meant to be able to get here yet. Because it's closed off. I'm going to have to jump off into the garden. There we go.
A working nursery with not a space wasted. A want for nothing.
Speaking of haunted, remember the haunted strawberries from Oblivion? No, I do not. Oh, maybe, vaguely. Yes, but they're strawberries that kept like jumping off the table or something like that. I can't quite remember. Fred remembers my videos better than I do. I just kind of forget them once they've been uploaded. Just kind of forget about them.
Inquisitor.
We've gone down to 2 viewers, just as I was giving my pearls of wisdom about relationships, which you should definitely not trust or listen to. Yeah. It's just Fred and Welsh Friend, isn't it? My devoted pair. We need new curtains, that's what we need. Let's put new curtains in spell. You know what, I like doing this in Inquisition. I like just wandering around doing nothing for a bit. Like, you know, have a few chats with people and put some curtains up, that kind of thing. Your average Saturday morning. The strawberries jumped off the table, it freaked you out. Okay. I do vaguely remember that.
This is where a smith should be.
Curtains. Drapery, there we go. Oh, have we not unlocked any yet? Oh, we've not unlocked any proper ones. Oh, for heaven's sake. That's why we've got shit curtains. Right, let's go and talk to some more people. See if we can get some cutscene conversations. I do love me a cutscene conversation. Talk to Varric. Hello.
Need something?
That's not a cutscene conversation. I care not. Suppose we should talk to Solus. Hi.
We must stop the Wardens from carrying out this insane plan, Inquisitor. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Alright, chill your flippin' boots. It was a good idea. Don't forget the demons. They obsess over Darkspawn. Well, I mean, obviously they obsess over Darkspawn. They're Grey Wardens. None of those are good options. Like, I can see where they were coming from.
I wouldn't mind never having another Blight. Corypheus interfering is the real problem.
The Blight is the real problem.
And the Wardens are trying to end the Blight forever.
Yes. Would it have worked? Do you know? Did they? The fools who first unleashed the Blight upon this world thought they were unlocking ultimate power. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Yeah, but to be fair, Solus, you never know whether a plan's going to work or not when you first do it, do you? I mean, you don't know whether your plan's going to work or not. Which I'm guessing it's not, otherwise, you know, that would be a bit of a downer, wouldn't it? Hello, Dorian.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius' son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
Oh dear, okay. Yeah, sorry, Dorian.
Are you alright?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
You two advise. You see, I think that's an unnecessary question. Like, it's just not the sort of thing you ask a person, is it? Like, if he wants me to know, he'll tell me. But then this is video game logic, you know. Where you're supposed to probe and prod and ask people deeply personal questions. Yeah, what about you, Dorian?
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Oh, I'm a decent sort. It's Fiona, who I don't talk to because I don't like her. Talk to Liliana. I don't think we've got a Liliana cutscene conversation. She doesn't have many cutscene conversations, just Liliana. Hello.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
I know, right? She's not very good at her job. But that's alright, because neither are you.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yeah. Who else have we got? Oh, we need to go into the tavern and do like Sarah and Iron Bull and Cole and whatnot. Oh, definitely broke my kneecaps then, dear me. It's been 17 minutes. Yeah, I haven't seen the thing flash up on the screen saying that Josephine's finished.
Inquisitor.
There's Krem. Iron Bull. Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, you don't have a cutscene conversation either.
See you later.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Non-cutscene conversations are so boring. It's just like in real life. Like, if you're going to have a conversation with somebody, you want to have a cutscene conversation, don't you? Don't you? Hello, Sarah.
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
Yeah, sure, I'm listening.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Vashel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up. So I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Sure. Yeah, what's in it for me?
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone is out to get them. So when your helmets march through, both sides will think the other's your ally. Both get scared, both make deals. Worst case, you get a little bump among the people just because they see you active. Can't promise anything, but something will happen. Just like always.
Very politically savvy as Sarah. Yeah, who told you about this?
Was this a tip from one of your friends?
Not a Jenny. Just normal angry people getting sick of being in the middle. I don't usually hear about things this far away. But having a friend like you is like getting really big ears. Bigger ears, I guess. Shut up.
You know who she reminds me of a bit? She reminds me a bit of Sarah Cox, don't you think? She's got that same kind of, you know, attitude about her. Who would I be working for?
Who is asking for this?
I'm asking because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them. It's their little people stuck in the middle. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, the people up top feel threatened too. Stuff like this is always happening. Some good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
Okay, sure.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere. Ancient
arseholes. Sorry. Said ancient arseholes and it made me chuckle. Right, we'll go back to the water then, shall we? Oh, we've got a thing to read. Next time my boss comes in the room, I'll ask, is this a cutscene conversation? Yeah. I'm only interested in cutscene conversations. Can't be doing with any of that small talk nonsense conversation. I want a cutscene conversation. If I'm gonna have a conversation, it better be a cutscene conversation. Ooh. There's a quest here, is it you?
My Lady Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the De Winter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing good, I expect.
If you have reservations about his presence here, I share them. But this is another matter. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
Nope.
I've never spoken to Dorian about his past.
The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Oh, yeah, she wants me to lie to Dorian. Okay. Why would they contact you?
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
Well, apparently my Amazon package has been delivered. Did they put it through the door? I bet they put it through the door. It's been delivered. Parcel was handed to resident. I can promise you it wasn't. I can promise you it wasn't. I bet they put it through the door. Hang on. 2 seconds. I'll go and check if they put it through the door. Hang on, Mother Giselle. I'll be back with you in a second. Oh, God almighty. Oh, too old for this. Yes, they put my package through the door. Do you know what? It is actually embarrassing how hard it is to get down and then back up the stairs by the end of a day. My legs cramp up. This should be Tevinter Nights. Ooh, it's very shiny. Well, it's actually quite a thick book, actually. That's thicker than what I was expecting. It's got a new book smell. It's not the best smell in the world, the smell of a new book. And very tiny print. Bloody hell. I'm actually out of breath. I only went down the stairs and came back up again. Jesus. I'm not that unfit. Bloody hell. Right, anyway, yes. Sorry, we were in the middle of a conversation, weren't we? Not a cutscene conversation, but still a conversation. Right. Yeah. So they don't want to tell him.
They don't want Dorian to know? That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
Okay. Yeah, what kind of meeting?
Just what kind of meeting do they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhat private, away from Skyhold, but not into Winter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
Yeah. And if he doesn't agree?
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
And is this legitimate?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case. But if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
Okay. I'm gonna say I'll think about it.
See what I can do.
And then I'm gonna tell Dorian.
Inquisitor, the family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it not?
Yeah, okay. So, because I'm Dorian's friend... Ooh, official looking letter. Your Reverence, I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him, he would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandral Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there, and there is nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Master Halward of House Parvis. Okay, so yes, because I'm Dorian's friend, I'm now going to go and tell Dorian. Obviously, I'm going to tell Dorian. Obviously, I'm not going to trick him. Yeah, so... Go and tell Dorian. Where is he? Dorian, where are you? Oh, alternative research, because I always forget to do that. Dorian. There you are. Hello!
A little bird told me you were part of the Carter Inquisitor.
Oh, you've disappeared, Dorian.
Well, a big bird. A big, indiscreet bird. You struck at the time.
Okay, well, we're going to have a different conversation first, obviously. Yes, you heard correctly.
What you heard was true. I was once part of the Carta.
Not any longer. Too bad. They're an excellent source of cheap contraband. Back home, you see dwarves everywhere. And not just from the Ambassadoria. Rather odd how in the south, everyone thinks of dwarves as merchants. Limited view, in my opinion. Maybe you'll change that. In the future, one will hear dwarf and think Messiah. Down with stereotypes.
Marvellous, yes, right. Your father sent a letter. What else have we got here? Your father sent a letter.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father? I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical.
I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
There's a cat on my desk. Okay. Yes, he would do that?
You think your father would actually do that?
No. Although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer.
If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Okay. Yes, what's the issue?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. We've never talked about my family before. They're not happy with my choices, you see. Nor I theirs.
What choices? Leaving to Winter?
That too.
Okay, let's go then.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Okay, well, we'll go and do that in a minute. But I need to, like, deal with Josephine's quest as well. Oh my god, I've got so many personal quests to deal with. Scorpio, what are you doing? You stay there. You're not allowed on my keyboard. Yes, I know, I love you too, but you're still not allowed on my keyboard. No. Put cat cam on. Oh, boop. There we go. I don't think you've got a very good view there. You might. No! You stay there. Yes, I know you want cuddles. But I've got things to do, Puds. I'm trying to run an Inquisition. The most beautiful putty. You're the most beautiful putty in all of the world. Yeah. Yeah, I think you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes. 100% you are. Absolutely you are. Absolutely you are. The most beautifulest putty in all the world. Yes. Absolutely. No. No. Oh! You a good boy? No. No. No, 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 no. Oh! Shufty, you back over that way. Ah! You made Theodora jump. You make Theodora jump. Yeah. Oh, heck. Oh, blimey. Oh, dear. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. We're not close enough to that door to bloody... Oh! There we go. Boop. Hey! Yeah. You're so beautiful. You're the mostest beautifulest. Are you the mostest beautifulest? Are you? You're the mostest beautifulest. You just want to eat my hand. Yeah, I thought you might.
You read the report?
It was unusual. Is he always so blunt?
Ow.
Yes.
Ow. Ow. You're sticking your claws in my leg there, Scorps. That's not nice. Ow. That's the wrong side. Ow. Stop it, man. We want that one. Inquisitor, I have the time and place of the Marquis's party. You must find a way to speak with Minister Belize privately about the ratifying the Duperriquets. Return to nobility. This is the last step we need. She holds the success of this entire endeavour in her hands. Okay. Right. So. Ow, Scorpio, you've got very sharp claws. I'm wearing shorts as well, so he's like right on the bare skin. Never take Scorpies. Need to level up. Ow! 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 Right, if we get the map. Get the map. Get the map. Oh dear, we need the world map. We need to go to there. Yep. Well, we'll take... Oh, well, apparently we're taking Sarah. Scorpio's decided we're taking Sarah. We'll take Dorian and we'll take Cassandra. That's our party for today. Hello! Oh, what, Puds? You're so beautiful. Yeah. My beautiful squeaky boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are? You're so beautiful. Move the keyboard over there a bit so you don't keep accidentally hitting keys. That would be great. Ow! 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 I'm not a pincushion. Ow!
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
Ow!
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hard.
Ow!
You wish to
Jesus
discuss your
Christ.
petition to
Right.
elevate these two parakeets
Stop it.
to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute
No.
your Elysian nobility
No.
any further than it's already been muddled?
Oh. Oh. Okay. The parakeets were noble to win favour from me. You don't like the nobility. Yeah, you don't like the nobility.
You don't think much of the current Orlesian nobility.
I do not.
Ooh.
It is a watered-down shadow
Hello.
of its former glory,
Hello.
created by a mongrel
Hello.
mix of tradesmen and
Hey.
merchants. Really, it is too much. The very thought causes me pain. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
You're just the most beautiful boy, aren't you? The Inquisition army, valuable information, connections beyond Olay, or an unforgettable night. So we can't sleep with her. Like, this is the only kind of sexual, casual sex option in the game outside of the romances. And it's a bit creepy. But should we do it just for the fun of it? Because I've never actually done it before. I've seen it on clips on YouTube. Should we do it? Should Theodora seduce an Orlesian lady? Eh? Because she's not actually involved with anybody yet, so it wouldn't be cheating, really. You know? I kind of like the idea. Getting seduced by a Carter dwarf. With a beard. Find that quite fun. Where do you think you are going, mister? Where do you think you're going? Hmm? Eh? Go for it, says Fred. Well, that's good enough for me.
I don't think we'll be missed from the party for a while.
Are you quite serious?
Yep.
For the pleasure of your company, Minister? Absolutely.
Lock the door. And fetch me some pillows.
It's kind of gross, isn't it? It's kind of gross. Yeah. But, you know, if it works. Things I do for Josephine, dear me. Oh dear. Okay, so we report back to Josephine that was a success. Oh dear. Oh, you're going to fall off my knee. You're going to fall off my knee. And you made Dorabella fall off the stairs. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's happening? Oh, Scorps. You too big for this, Scorps. Yeah, you too big of a boy. You too big for cuddles now. You too big for cuddles. Eh? You too big for cuddles. Yes. Okay, I need to reposition you a bit, so you don't slide off, hopefully, and then we're going to try and play one-handed. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, Scorps, you're not helping. Oh, Scorps. Oh, what's going on? Oh, dear. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? See if we can make it to the war room. Oh, I think he's going. Are you going? No? Maybe? No, not going. Okay.
Worship.
Okay. Can't tell what you're doing. Oh, I need... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. There we go. Oh, there's another door. Oh, no. Oh, for heaven's sake. It's not a game that's easy to play one-handed. Oh, there he goes. Right. So... Oh, dear. Trying to play one-handed sounds like a euphemism. Yeah, I thought you might say that, Fred. I don't think this is where I wanted to come. I think I wanted to go and talk to Josephine outside the room. That's what I wanted to do. Distracted me, Scorpio. Hello, Josie.
I must return to Valrayo to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
I slept with a lady for you. Just saying. Okay. Head back to Valrayo. Don't ask me how I managed to get that woman to cooperate. Okay, so if we just nip to there. Take our favourite team for today. Head this way, go have a wee chat with Josephine. There she is. Hello, Josie. You alright, my darling?
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
Yeah, I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them. That you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian courts. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
Yeah, how did you come to it?
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, risks, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
Yeah, I can't imagine you doing that.
You seem a bit steady for such an outgoing lifestyle.
The life of an entertainer didn't suit me at all. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard drew a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
Yes, I can.
You've drawn a clear enough picture.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
Do you think she realises that she's like talking to a common thug? You know, literally a Carter dwarf who spent most of her life as a common thug. Okay, yeah, no one merciful. Well, that's not true, because Josephine's turned into someone merciful, hasn't she? And she was a bard. Yeah, still, from bard to diplomat.
From bard to diplomat is quite a change in direction.
I was headed down that path for some time already. That night merely crystallized it. In all the commotion... Forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
Yeah, you don't know what I went through. Yeah, you saved your family with it.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montilyet, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Okay, so now that we've dealt with Josephine's quest, I say we deal with Dorian's quest. And then we'll probably wrap it up there for today. It's not been the most eventful day. You know. Where am I going? I'm going to Redcliffe, aren't I? Yes. We need to head... Yeah, Redcliffe. Go Redcliffe. this is not the place I'm supposed to be. Oh, actually, while we're here, I think I might have a look through all of the merchant stuff. See if they've got any schematics. That would be a no. Oh, I'll tell you what, while we're here, we'll sell all of me stuff. Yeah, because I'm very low on schematics. I can't remember where you get them from.
Thank you.
I feel like it's merchants.
What do you need?
Weapon schematics, armor schematics. Yeah, nothing. Okay. I should have had a look around all the ones in Olay as well, but I didn't. I didn't.
Let dreams just be dreams. Perhaps you're right, dear. You should go to Denham.
Uh-oh. Nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Could we just stay quiet? I feel like I just want to stay quiet. Yeah, maybe I should go.
I should leave you to work this out.
Oh, no, you don't. I want a witness. I want someone to hear the truth.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
Okay. So, yes, the company of men were going to pretend to be an idiot and not understand.
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
Okay. No women at all. I had a suspicion. I had no idea. Spare me the details. Yeah, I had a suspicion.
This is not exactly news, Dorian.
Why should it be? Why should anyone care? I have no idea.
This display is uncalled for.
No, it is called for. You called for it by luring me here.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
Okay, so why is it an issue? Because it's not an issue in most of Thedas.
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then?
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
Oh. Give your father a chance. That's what this is about, so walk away. Yeah. That's what this is about, really?
So that's what all of this is about? Who you sleep with?
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. Your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Okay, how are we gonna deal with this? Are we leaving him? Are we gonna persuade them to talk? Ah, you didn't let him speak. Don't leave it like this. Let's get you out of here. Are we done? Oh, Dorian's phased out of existence. He's got bored of waiting for me to pick a thing. Yeah, you didn't let him speak.
You got a lot off your chest. Can't you give him a chance to do the same?
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again. To ask him to forgive me.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
Okay, what did he do exactly?
He tried to change you?
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory, private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose. Not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside. He was going to do a blood ritual. Alter my mind. Make me acceptable. I found out. I left.
Okay. Yes. Would it have worked? That's a good question.
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable. It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal. Part of me has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had. I can't even imagine the person I would be now. I wouldn't like that, Dorian.
Yes, okay. Are you alright, Dorian?
Are you alright?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
Dorian could have married and had lovers on the side, but chose not to live a charade. Yeah, well, I was just thinking that, like, most likely in Tevinter, if it's a sort of, you know, typical aristocracy type thing where they're all married off to each other to create the best bloodlines kind of thing, it's very unlikely that many of them will be love matches. Like, most of them are going to be loveless marriages, regardless of what your personal preference is. But yes. So, you know, you need one or two to step out and go, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Then maybe the rest will follow, and then maybe, you know, the whole thing will change. You're brave. It was entertaining your trouble. You're brave, Dorian.
I think you're very brave.
Brave?
It's not easy to abandon tradition and walk your own path.
What are you doing, Scorpio?
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me.
Okay, these two shouting at each other. Yes.
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side. The rumors alone.
Oh, come on. I've also got a Qunari mercenary. And, you know, an elven apostate. And Sarah. I mean, come on. And Cole. I mean, Howard, they're a bunch of misfits. Yeah, because he's Tevinter.
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
Ooh, there's no need to worry. Tell me about these rumours. We do not serve the Chantry. Yeah, tell me about these rumours.
Oh. I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, Your Worship.
Repeat them? So you shared them before?
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, this happens often.
This sort of thing happens often, does it?
More than anyone tells you. No one knows their own reputation.
Until someone helpfully informs them.
There is that. She meant well, if that's of any concern. I should ask, do the rumors bother you?
Only on your behalf, Dorian.
I wish they wouldn't disparage you. They don't know you.
They know you even less than they know me. Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor. I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here. Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countryman, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
Marvellous. Right, should we go and have one last chat with Josephine? Because I can't remember if she has another cutscene conversation after her quest or not. She might do, but I can't remember. I can't think what it would be if she does. So we'll go and have a little chat with her, and then we shall call it a day. Too many bloody old legions in my bloody castle. Why is my castle full of old legions? We're actually on the Ferelden side of the border, you know. At least I think we are. Hello.
Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
Okay, you're a little bit behind, but alright, love. It might be the Maker's will. The Anchor is magic, not holy. The Maker isn't of this world. I believed it was holy too. It might be the Maker's will, Josephine.
Perhaps the Maker set these events in motion so long ago, we can no longer see his hand in them.
It would be fitting if that were true. Does it hurt? The Anchor, that is.
I'll cope.
Only when I laugh.
Very good, Inquisitor.
Right, okay, so we don't have another conversation with her. Right, okie dokie. So, we hold things off there. Next time, I reckon, we go back to the Western Approach. We cross the Sulphur Pits. We do Griffin Wing Keep.
Inquisitor.
Sorry, I'm hiccuping. And all of that fine and dandy stuff. See, I've got hiccups now. Oh, don't you hate hiccups? Hiccups are the worst thing. Don't they hurt? They hurt so much. Fucking hate hiccups. I'm scared to talk now. I knew I was going to get them as well. I could bloody feel it. I could feel it. We might be alright. We might be alright. Right, so... what was I saying? Yes, we'll go back to the Western Approach. We'll do Griffin Wing Keep. And all of that lovely stuff. And we might even manage to do Here Lies the Abyss. But I don't know. We might leave that for, like, the time after. I don't know. But, yeah. I don't want to rush into Here Lies the Abyss. Like, I feel like we should at least finish the Western Approach before we do that. So, we will we'll do, like, the Western Approach Part 2. Yeah, and that shall be on Saturday. 3:30 GMT, I think. I don't think there's anything happening on Saturday. I have it in my head that there's something happening on a Saturday sometime soon, but I can't quite remember which Saturday or when. I think this Saturday's fine. I think, yes. So, yes, this Saturday, 3:30 GMT, we shall have another Dragon Age Inquisition live stream, and we shall go back to the Western Approach, and we shall do things, and we shall be happy, jolly people. But, until then, my lovely, lovely people, I shall say farewell to you all.